Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with the channel or watching this channel for the first time, the reason why it is called Uncommon Sense because here on this platform we discuss everyday issues where we try to find logical logic. So for that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. I want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Being that this Sunday is the President Day Parade, I want to start out by giving a huge shout out to all the Boricuas, whether it be those who were born and raised in Puerto Rico and still reside there, or those who are part of the Puerto Rican diaspora. So Sunday is our day to celebrate our pride. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who have already subscribed to the channel, whether it be from the beginning or just recently. I really appreciate all the love and support that all of you have given me. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me in social media. And I want to give a huge shout out to all those who allow me to enter into your devices. So, what I'm going to ask you to do is the following. I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, like, and hit the bell notification to all. So, therefore, whenever I do produce content, you will have the opportunity to catch it live or catch it on the playback. Okay. Now, this is the latest I ever did a stream, which is 10:45 Eastern Standard Time. And as I stated before last week, I'm trying to do some different things. So I'm trying to see whether a late stream can push the algorithm. One thing I have noticed that as far as my viewership, it consists of individuals from 25 to 34 years old, and those individuals from 55 to 64 years old. So basically, I'm getting Gen Z, and baby boomers. So in any case, I appreciate all the love and support that you have given me. Okay. So what we're going to do is, before we get into the topic, we're going to have another edition of In My Words. Okay. So a lot has happened this week regarding the former president of the United States, Donald Trump, and a lot of it is not good. Okay. So today there were 30 indictments levied against Donald Trump. He faces 31 counts related to his handling of national defense documents after he left the office, and marks the first time that a former president has faced federal charges. Trump has denied everything. Well, that's par for the course. Also, he's not alone as far as facing indictments. His aide, Walt Nauta, faces 6 counts, including several obstruction and concealment related charges. Okay. Now, the special counsel, Jack Smith, and his will seek a speedy trial, are urging Americans to read the indictment to understand the gravity of the crimes charged. The indictment details the location where Trump allegedly stored classified documents in his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida, including in a bedroom, a bathroom, a shower, an upper space, his bedroom, and storage room. Now, one thing we have to bear in mind and continue to bear this in mind is here in this country, no matter what indictments you have, no matter what accusations are made, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. Okay, and I mean anyone is innocent until proven guilty. So, and the only way a person can be guilty is that if the prosecution um, had you know, actually pled his case, and a jury of his peers found a person guilty of crimes charged. The other way is if a person actually confesses to the crime. So we got to wait and see what happens, and particularly in light of the fact that Donald Trump has launched his campaign to get back into the White House as president. So it's going to be very interesting to see what goes on. Now, another thing that may, that might occur is the fact, in the event that Donald Trump is guilty of any of these charges, there is a possibility that Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, might pardon him. We don't know. And again, I want to make it perfectly clear he is innocent until proven guilty. And of course, Donald Trump, being Donald Trump, um, responded. Okay. Former President Donald Trump is attacking special counsel Jack Smith in a series of posts on Truth Social following his indictment, despite repeated warning on his legal team that everything he says publicly can be used against him. Trump has claimed that Smith is deranged and a dog after a special counsel made a brief statement about the former president's indictment Friday. While unsurprising, given his on Trump's latest diatribe comes as he's still finalizing what his legal team will look like when he arrives in Miami on Tuesday. Todd Blanche has taken the lead on the team, but is trying to add another Florida-based attorney before Trump is due in court after two attorneys also handling the case departed abruptly. Whether the client's repeated attacks on Smith hurt those remains to be seen. A Trump's legal team has cautioned him in recent days not to attack Smith, advice he clearly ignored. Uh, One thing we do know about Donald Trump is that he gets upset very quickly and lashes out. He is famous or infamous, depending how you want to look at it, lashing out. So we shall wait and see what happens. I will provide additional information when it is available. Okay. So and I never thought I'm gonna be continuing to talk about this, but my haters decided to carry on and on and on. Okay. Now recently, my haters were advising Gigi and Multi to mind their own business, which you know that's like trying to brush the Atlantic Ocean with a toothbrush. Okay, anybody that knows these two ladies, they have an opinion and they're going to state it. And I think what happened is my haters are a little bit triggered due to the fact that I have people that actually defended me. Okay. That being said, I know that I live rent free in certain people's minds. But in any case, and I said it before and I'll say it again. For me, the best form of revenge is just to go on with my life and be the best version of myself. That's the best form of revenge. And if my haters want to create and continue to lash out at me, well, they're gonna lose in the end. So that's all I'm gonna say on that subject. I am currently working on some streams that I'm planning to do for next week. Um, Tuesday, I will be doing a stream regarding Cornel West and his quest to become president of the United States on the popular plane. So I'm going to give you some information regarding Mr. West, and we shall see how his campaign progresses. Now, it is reported that he said that he's not going to take any corporate funds. Okay, well, the fact of the matter is, you're going to need a huge um, army of people who will give the financial contributions. But anything is possible, so we shall see. So now we're going to get into the main topic. So the main topic for tonight is why go ape, and this has to do with now infamous remarks that the YouTube channel Fresh and Fit made against Abba and Preach. Okay, which they will describe as monkeys. Um, Look, I personally find it disgusting. First of all, because it is a racial slur to be addressing anyone who's melanated as a monkey. Okay, so basically, it's trying to apply that African Americans are brute, uncivilized. And I see here we have Irby in the chat. Good evening, Irby. Thank you very much for stopping by. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to share the screen. Let me just make it clear. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Let's see if I can share my screen. Just bear with me. Okay. And I'm going to mute myself. Okay, just one moment, please. Try this again. Come on. Come on. Hello? Okay, I apologize. It's going to be a struggle stream tonight, so let's. Come on. Okay, I may have to just play the audio because I'm having trouble sharing my screen. Just one more time. Oh boy. Okay, I might just have to play the audio because I cannot share my screen. Can anyone hear me? Okay, I have to play the audio because I'm not able to share my screen. So basically, okay.
Fans in the back. Oh, Fresh Prince is like a. Probably with you. Over there looking like Magilla Grill and Donkey Kong having the.
Good evening, G. Good evening, Ramon. I mean, oh man, like monkey. That's disgusting. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
That these dudes have been talking shit for years. And I think the thing is that they've been kind of cursing on it, like fire with fire. And we're going to start talking about it.
Okay. Apparently, Fresh and Fit had a beef with Albert and Preach for a long time. Why? I have no idea. Okay, but let me just put it into perspective. Okay, I have had beefs with certain YouTube creators. Okay, like Hybrid Vigor, Molalo Vanguard, The Future is Golden, Magic Mulata or Mrs. Magical or what the fluff she wants to call herself, Anthony Ali, and Sakurais. In all my beats with all of them, I have never called them monkeys. I never called them brutes. I never called anything like that. Okay? All I simply said that they were part of the circus. And I have my names for them. Like, for example, for Hybrid, he's known as Hybrid to Zero. As far as Mulata Vanguard, he's known as Mulata Van Poodle. As far as Future, she's known as the Future is Rust. And as far as Magic Mulata or Mrs. Magic or what the fluff she calls herself, she is known as the Tragic One. Collectively, they're all known as the circus or the peanut gallery, or as a term I used last year, the mentally and intellectually challenged. And of course, we have to include Al the No Show, who even though he's personally attacking Gigi and Multi, but yet if you go to his page, his channel, you find he's subscribed to them. Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. So let us continue.
We got some accessories here. Okay. I got some apples and peaches here, as y'all can see. Grapefruit. Some milk as well.
Have you seen our Reach goes clubbing? Like a fucking caveman.
Reach, I don't believe in this thing, but you
You guys really understand stereotypes that black people are not evolved.
And so
Now, what little I've learned Hello? Okay. Hello? I apologize. You know what? What I'm going to do from this point, I'm going to just play the audio because I'm having some technical difficulties. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Let me just. Okay. Oh, boy. Come on. Okay. Gigi, I don't see you in the backstage. The link is pinned. Let me just drop the link again. Okay. What I'm gonna do, okay, hello. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna play the audio because I'm having technical difficulties. So just bear with me.
You are a fucking What the fuck is going on? Welcome.
Hello? Hello? Oh boy, this is gonna be one of them.
Yeah, he's chewing his Ethernet. Rich, you're overdosing on the warrior gene, bro.
So, okay, I apologize. I'm having okay. This is just a plain struggle stream, but basically, I mean, for 30 minutes, this went on and on. Now I'm not now the link is not the video is not 30 minutes long. Okay, okay. So I'm going to continue with the audio.
That's in my language too, actually.
You need to put on a seatbelt. Stop the reach. I can KO you, but don't fucking throw that spear. These are disgusting animals. That's why they look like animals. These guys are fucking animals, bro. He fucking runs with all fours like a fucking animal.
Okay. I don't know what in Clayton Bigsby you guys were thinking. Okay.
Uncle Ruckus, no relation.
Now, these two, okay, now these two now is Albert and Preach. Again, I apologize for not being able to show you the video. Gigi, I think you were trying to log on. The link is in the chat if you wish to join in. What I'll do is I'll continue with the audio. So let's get a moment.
I don't know how you guys did it, but you guys made a more embarrassing response than H2H3 by like a long mile.
Oh my days. They don't even know. I don't think they're smart enough to understand what they just did. They're not smart enough.
I think they know that they have negative feelings about black people.
That's No, I don't think they do. So to them, they don't. I don't think they even comprehend that.
I disagree. I think some people just got anti-black sentiments and they just don't want to acknowledge it. Just because you don't want to acknowledge it doesn't mean you don't know it's there. It's like, you got a mess under the table, bitch. Just because you didn't look, don't mean you don't know it's there.
What you're saying?
You got a white dude coming on talking about spear chucking, like using every racist trope I'd ever heard from a white racist in regards to black people.
Mm-hmm.
You're out here making monkey noises about a black person. I mean, you could just drop the hard ER on the N-word because it's the same shit.
Might as well. Spirit chucking, that's messed up. But whatever.
Even the warrior gene. They're basically trying to say black or animals.
I understand. He's
using scientific language.
He already said that.
Yeah.
You already said that. Yeah. And you enabled that for Uber to say that.
Watching them run around and do these kinds of poses for 30 minutes, I'm like, okay, I guess this is just how high value men act in the privacy of their home.
Yes.
When they're mad about something, they don't make business moves, they don't do things strategic.
Okay.
They just run around like monkeys.
They make monkeys. That's a high value.
This guy's apparently down the new.
Now think about it. Think about it. Okay. Instead of trying to create quality content, they act like a bunch of jackasses and run around like monkeys. Good evening, Don Armando. The topic is Michael Abe. Basically, we're talking about the infamous outburst with that Fresh and Fit performed.
Leader of the Red Pill.
Yes.
Okay. And this is what he's like
That's our value.
on camera. Imagine behind closed doors. So I'm just saying.
That mean monkey noise and put a wig on.
I don't think I've ever seen one act as embarrassing as him.
You are a fucking homo.
That's a rebuttal. You do contemporary dance process, so that's it.
Imagine doing a dance with women where you go out to a place and you dance with women pretty much the entire evening, and that's
Probably six dudes in there. Six dudes in there doing monkey noises and laughing and high-fiving each other. And to you, the apex of masculinity is you chilling with a bunch of dudes high-fiving each other in a room. Why me?
Hello? Okay, hello? Hello? Okay. I apologize. It's one of those nights. Now let's see if I can continue with the audio.
We're perpetuating it's acceptable to refer to black people as monkeys. Even if an Asian person wants to come out here and do braided eyes and going ching ching, I don't think that's acceptable either. It's not because you belong to a group that all of a sudden all your credibly racist actions. Like, I don't think YouTube would ever allow people to get up here and call other black people, whether it's a black person or not, that N-word with a hard ER. Right? Why? Because we all recognize even if it comes from a black person, that shit's still wrong. So there's just a bunch of weird stuff that's happening here. But y'all roll how y'all want to roll. If that's the kind of heat that you want to rig on yourselves, go right ahead. So there's really not, go yourself, yes, and go make your own judgments. But this is the only part that I thought was worth addressing because I think there might be a bit of a misunderstanding, but let's play.
Wow, then bro. He makes this accusation right here.
My other voice. You won't fuck me, then you can't get on the platform. So wait, you want to bang a girl who just wants to come on the platform for clout? And you think that's burning desire?
But he doesn't show y'all the entire conversation of her talking shit for hours on hours on hours on hours to me.
I wanted you guys to pause right at that moment. He initiates contact with her, suggests a collab. He asks her multiple times if she's single and married. She's thinking, oh, she's being invited to be on a dating show to talk about dating. She finally says, like, okay, yeah. After the third time he asks, like, oh, or second time. He's like, yeah, you know what? I am single. And he's like, perfect. Well, listen, I don't collab with people who I'm platonic with. Out of nowhere. It's in the text messages. When she says, what do you mean? She's like, well, we're not just going to be just friends if you want to collab. You are doing sex for a time on the podcast, which is what we initially said. So I don't know why he showed this conversation as if I'm lying about what happened.
Then I respond, I'm just being honest and stand by. I'm not collaborating with you unless we fuck. Why do I say that? You guys say, oh, yo, Byron, let it go, let it go. Would y'all let it go if someone said some bullshit like this about you on a big-ass podcast with 4 million subscribers?
Fuck, well, what am I going to spend my day socializing with somebody who's like a...
Wait, what? Like, whoa, hold on.
This clip is...
Now here, okay, now, let me just make this perfectly clear, okay? This is YouTube. This is not Tinder. This is not Bumble. This is not a dating site. This is not a hookup site. If you want to go and hook up with people to smash, okay, there are sites devoted just for that purpose. I mean, YouTube is a platform where you can produce content, whatever matter that you see fit. Now let us continue.
Content, just go watch on the No Jumper podcast. Don't take my word for it. At some point, Adam asked me, like, yo, you guys can totally be friends again or whatever. I'm like, I ain't fucking with people like that. I don't want to be with people who harm their communities. I don't want to be involved with people who are like, I give an example of somebody I wouldn't want to be associated with. One of them was, another one was someone who goes around stealing from people, okay? You can see right now DJ Envy getting in trouble because the person he associated with goes around stealing from his community. I don't want to be associated with people who go harm folks from my area. The same way I don't want to be associated with a podcast like this that I think is harmful. That's it. Because if you guys notice, whenever the allegations came out, well, I don't remember when it was, he did a live stream about it. It came out after I did this interview. So I didn't even know about that stuff. And also, if I hated you guys so much and I want to take you down so badly, Why wouldn't I ever mention that kind of thing on our videos? Why wouldn't I make, yo, Myron, he goes around. I've never done that. I've never made a video like that. I've never said it in a single YouTube video that we do ourselves, okay? But in this offhand comment where I'm talking about not being associated with people who harm their communities, and I use an example, but you think that's directly you. And look, I can understand. Probably with everything going on and hearing that from me, I can understand why you could take it that way. But it's not what I meant, nor if you look at the greater context of everything I said about this whole ordeal, it's never been something I've said.
I mean,
So let me be clear. I don't know if this guy is. I've never alleged that he is. And that's not my position today.
we're actually defending on that, so we defended them on that. So
yeah,
it would be stupid to call him one thing and defend him on the same thing. So yeah,
he's saying it's political. I believe the way I left the door open with not being abundantly clear. Yeah, honestly, guys, it really is like, do we really want to do like a whole thing where we roast every point? It's not worth it.
no, that's what we're doing this for. We're doing that for people that are not smart enough to comprehend, not smart enough to have a conversation. It's like it's okay to whatever we said, everything that we said. That was you replying. The monkey noises.
And I also think it's just really wild that you're that comfortable that it's a white dude call you the N-word all the time. I know for a fact he's comfortable with most of the people he's calling him the N-word. But, yeah, no. That's how you
Haitian, we don't claim him, bro. Oh God, we don't claim you.
Yeah,
Hold on. Hey yo, preach. Cunha, upa haitian.
Oh shit!
And I'm from North Miami, little Haiti. What the fuck you talking about? Filma ma fait baton.
Mes amis créolou tellement caca, mes amis mon cher, men accent pas bon, et cet accent pas bon. Viens ti créole ça va ba ouais men.
Okay, we're gonna stop this here. Okay. Where do I begin with all this tomfoolery, stupidity, retardedness, etc.? I mean, first of all, to refer to a human being as a monkey, okay, and then using the term gay as an offensive term. Now, that's wrong in also many ways, okay? And good evening, Ritza. Thank you very much for stopping by. Okay, now look, I don't know who's going to be more offended, the African American community or the LGBTQ community, okay? Let me make this perfectly clear. Okay. When I did my stream last year regarding the LGBTQ community, what I did was basically illustrated the history behind the community, which goes before the Stonehenge uprising in 1969. Okay. In my whole discussion, I did not say anything derogatory regarding the LGBTQ plus community. Okay. All I simply did was explain. First of all, I explained the definitions of the major portions of that community. And then I discussed the history behind it. Okay, that's all I did. Okay. So if you want to just check out the stream. Now, as far as Fresh and Fit calling Abba and Preach monkeys, excuse me. Okay, where in the blue blazes is that acceptable? Okay. I don't even know how to describe this. Okay. And let me state this, and I said it again. when I was dealing with my ops, I never referred to them in any such fashion, other than calling people like the future is Russ, Molata Van Poodle, Hybrid, the Zero, Al, the No Show, and the Tragic One. Okay. Why? First of all, my issues with them is nothing personal. It has to do with their conduct, and especially their conduct towards me. Okay. But yeah, you know what? It is true that unfortunately the internet at times bring out the worst of people. Okay. And we actually this is not the only example. There are other examples as well. So now I'm gonna bring Gigi into the scene. Okay. Hopefully.
Hey, Jose. Can you hear me?
Good evening.
Hey, can you hear me?
Just give me a moment. Okay. Good evening.
Hey, Jose, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
Fine. You know what? Every time I see this video clip, it's like, what type of drugs these guys were on? I mean, first of all, the fact that they thought it was acceptable to refer to anyone as monkeys and brutes, and using the term gay as an offensive term because they're dancing with ladies.
Well, I mean, I guess we're not supposed to be calling people animals, but they're pigs anyways. I don't even watch their show, like, at all. So I don't even get what's the big deal behind them. I don't find them entertaining. I don't like those type of personalities. The list goes on and on and on. But I have to be a little bit messy, Jose, since they're going to say it anyways, because I was trying to come up earlier when you were doing a little quick runaround, but there was technical difficulties. So apparently Lashid played your stream on her channel today. Did you see that?
No, I did not.
Yeah, she played your stream on the channel, and she was just pretty much, she didn't really go too hard on you or whatever. She was just insinuating that you basically pretend to be nice, but you're really not nice. But I just wanted to address a couple of the lies and then just let it go from there. Number one, she's like, why would you go up on Jose's panel bringing me up? I didn't bring her up. You brought her up to me. And the reason why you brought her up to me is because she had just made a long ass live stream dragging me and lying on me. So this is what the lie is. She's saying now that she wasn't messing with nobody, and we just came out and we were just talking crap about her on the platform. Like, she didn't everybody wasn't there and they didn't see her make these live streams about me. So I just wanted to address that. Lashitty, stop lying. Okay, you made a whole live stream because you were triggered because I had uploaded those whole videos, and Jose had seen them, and then he was just like, wow, like any normal person's reaction would be to see what he saw.
Okay. Now, to Lashid, or whatever the fluff you want to call yourself, I don't care. I have never addressed you. I never talked about you on this platform. Why? Why the blooming world when I bring you up?
Really? She said that you said something about her content, that you didn't like her content or something like that before, but it wasn't no big deal. But it's whatever. Of course, she's going to talk crap if she hears her name. But I just wanted to bring that up and just drive that point home that she's up there blatantly lying to everybody, saying that me and you just out of nowhere randomly started talking about her, like as if we weren't reacting to a live stream she had just made about me. She's lying. She's lying to save face. But you can't make this shit up in these YouTube streets, Jose. That you can just come out in the live stream and just blatantly lie and just pretend it's the truth, and And the people in the chat, they won't even say nothing because, you know, they're like, F it, we support you, so we're here for the lies too. But it is what it is. I did want to address that though. Nobody just came out of nowhere talking about Lashid. She was mad because I re-uploaded them old videos, and she made what was it, like a 6-hour live stream on it or something? I don't even know how many hours it was. But yeah, and so that's why she was brought up on your platform. But the fact that it was like a week ago, now she's trying to play it off because she's now since put those lives on private. Like we just brought her name out of the sky out of nowhere and started talking about her.
You know what? I have to laugh when I think about it, that I am not as nice as I appear to be.
Yeah, because I guess because your little,
Wait a
you know,
minute.
your motivational videos or whatever.
Okay,
Jose
first
is
of
very
all,
nice, by the way,
first of all,
Lashid. Jose is very
Sunday.
nice. Huh?
First of all, when I did my little stream day, I could have gone to the gutter with my ops. I chose not to. I just simply addressed the facts. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's amazing that some people got butthurt over it, and then what was the name you call Anthony? Aunt Anthony,
Herbie.
Aunt Al, whatever.
Auntie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is before everything popped off with them.
Why you and Multi?
What'd you say?
Okay. Okay. First of all, the fact of the matter is this. Don't get upset if I have people who worry about me. Okay?
Who are you talking
and it's
to
like,
now?
oh my goodness. Okay, I'm
well, it's whatever, you know, like you said, let the circus be the circus. They're going to talk whatever crap, it's fine. But I just did want to point out just that one specific point because she was trying to hone it in the whole live stream that, you know, we were just up there talking about her for no reason. Like she didn't make a whole live stream about me. So that's untrue. And I didn't even bring her up. Actually, you did. And that's because you had probably just seen her stream and you were just like, what in the hell's going on over there? You know? So it's just the lies for me.
So you mean Nashi is this much of a snowflake that get butthurt simply because I gave a critique?
She kind of goes bananas when anybody mentions her at all in a negative light. So yeah.
Okay. Gigi, you know for a fact that I suffer from a terminal disease called eronchitis. Okay. Number one. Number two, I will say whatever the fluff I want on my platform. People don't like it. Guess what? Don't consume my material. Point blank. But
she said that you said before you didn't like her content, and she's glad you didn't like it because her content is for Black people anyways, and you're not her demographic. But I ain't gonna lie, she didn't really go hard on you or nothing like that. But she was just, you know, just like a little slick shade or whatever. It was obviously mostly targeted towards me, but she was definitely lying, saying that like we were up here gossiping about her, like for no reason, like she didn't make a whole live stream, you know.
You know, I actually saw one of her streams and it's like, okay. I mean, hey, if whatever floats your boat, okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
I find it amazing that people get so upset and butthurt over a person that has only 224 subs. I mean, could you imagine if I have anything close to the number of subs you have, Gigi? People will have a connection fit.
You're getting there. You're getting there. Keep on. Let them keep promoting you.
That's what I said. Hey, haters, if you want to give me free press, by all means, give me all the free press that you can. Oh, I got a new name for Al.
Did you see Al's new video?
The one I told about the one where he talks about his platform is going to be science fiction based on Star Trek, or another video attacking you and then putting it in private.
Yeah, pretty much, but not on private. It's still up. But yeah, he had to throw his little hat into the ring as well. So
Oh,
I don't know. I've been having fun on the Golden Sphere Troll channel or whatever with all this foolery.
yeah. You know what? And I gotta commend you. You're very funny.
Thank you, Jose. Everybody
See,
subscribe to my troll channel, Golden Tea with Gigi. And you know what? I was gonna call it a troll channel because it used to be the Golden Sphere Troll, but I actually am putting up tea as well, so it's not all just troll. It's just tea in general with
but
some
you know
trolling in
something,
there.
Gigi. I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. Let the circus be the circus, because I'm sorry, but these people are a bunch of clowns. I mean, I didn't realize that the circus is becoming a 5-ring circus now.
It's growing.
Yeah, it is growing, and it's like, oh boy, you know what? Bless their hearts. Now, as far as the future is Rust, I have an appropriate anthem for her, since she's the so-called queen of the Golden Spear,
You talking about the
or
future
as
is
I like to call
fraudulent?
it, actually, she's the queen of the delusional spear.
Oh gosh.
But listen to this. Listen to this.
Mhm.
Now, would you say that's an appropriate anthem for the so-called queen of the Golden Spear?
For the whole lot of them, throw them all away.
But can I ask you a question? What's the story with Zacharias?
Oh my gosh, you trying to get the exclusive, aren't you? Since I didn't go live on members only, it's a lot going on. So basically, we're just gonna say the psycho of the spear. We all know who that is without me saying his name, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah. He has something happened and he doxed Zacharias. He pretty much met his match probably on Crazy. And I guess, Zacharias went back for him, and he ran to the courthouse, and can you believe this? Took a restraining order out on Zacharias, and he's going bananas on his Twitter, threatening him using racial slurs, saying he's going to get him evicted, um, as saying that he's in Houston, like where this guy lives, trying to like scare him, and it's a lot going on over there. And then Lashid's mad because I went over there and I was talking about it, and she want to like defend him and pretend that this is not going on, and whatever. I'm here to bring the tea, and that's what's going on. That's what's going on in these streets, and that's why these guys or whatever, that's why they are now my ops as well, because you guys want to hang out with these type of people. That's why I don't respect them as men. You couldn't even stand on your own, because in my personal opinion, I feel like they're all afraid of them too. They're all afraid of them. So unfortunately, it is what it is. But I don't hang with people like that. I don't hang out with doxers, harassers, stalkers, or people that try to destroy people's lives in real life. Okay? And the people that do hang out with people like that, it says a lot about their character. It tells you exactly who they are. And the ones that look the other way because they're mad at a person and they act like it's
Yeah.
cool, same thing.
And
And I don't want to be mean, but we all know that Zacharias has his issues or whatever, so it's kind of like bullying to go to that extreme to try to
Yeah, I
fight a
agree.
person
I
and yeah,
agree.
that can't really defend
And I agree.
themselves to that level, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, look, one thing I have learned dealing with Zacharias, okay, is that I can be on the same platform with him and we could be cordial with each other. Are we going to hang out and have a beer? Not likely. But we can be respectable. I can give him his space so he can speak, and he can give me my space after him talking, say, for 5 hours. But I mean, it is what it is, and let me just tell you something, and it's just something that I want to address. See, I'm a municipal employee, and I'm what's called a mandated reporter, which means if anything gets other any alleged allegations of child abuse or neglect, I got to. So, the fact that you have individuals that go to that extremes and make false accusations like that, it makes it difficult for real cases to be processed.
yeah. I just don't understand because everybody wants to come out here, everybody wants to make their jokes, everybody wants to call each other names, everybody wants to clown everybody, but then they want to get butthurt and then they want to go and destroy people's real lives. And the drama for me and Multi isn't what keeps people away. It's the fear of doxing and people trying to ruin their lives, okay?
Yeah.
Even Black Skin is amazing. Got the hell out of Dodge. Whether you like him or not, he got the hell. He's like, I don't want nothing to do with these crazy folks. Like who wants to actually deal with this shit?
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And
but,
even if Zacharias annoys some people, I'm sorry, he doesn't deserve to be, homeless. Like what the fuck? Look,
let me tell you something. When it comes to being homeless, there's really only like a couple ways that you could become homeless: not paying your rent and causing a nuisance or disturbance among the other tenants. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see.
But either way, it is. But still harassing and calling people's landlords, that is unacceptable. Hey, Boricua.
Yes.
Hey, Golden G, how you doing? Hey, Jose, what's going on?
Nothing.
Good evening. I just got some tea regarding someone got butthurt.
Okay, I wanna ask a question. I wanna ask a quick question. I know that you are getting into some tea, as you will call it, when it comes to our guy Zacharias. I don't have a problem with him, but I do hear people having something to say about him. But I was actually more curious about the whole thing with Al. I don't know. I have talked to him before. I don't have a problem with him, but there seems to be something something with him that he has kind of like shifted and changed with people. Now, if you don't want to talk about it, I get it, but you want to keep going with the whole Zacharias thing.
Kind of a quick story. Just basically, some people had came to my platform that knew him in the sector he was in before, and he felt betrayed because I guess we let them up on the platform. He said that we set him up, even though we didn't. They just came to the chat. We let him up. And so from there, he just went and jumped on Hybrid and Vanguard side. And now Hybrid and Vanguard have broken up, and now Vanguard is with Auntie Ali.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Herbie.
What's
Hey,
up?
Irby, and
Hey,
just
what's up, everyone?
and just for your and just for your information, guys, if you go to Al the No Show's platform and you take a look at the list of channels he subscribed, he's still subscribed to Gigi, Multi, and Identity Withheld.
Of course
I
he is.
thought that
Yeah.
these three were. I mean, I thought these three were public enemies number 1, 2, and 3.
I guess he wasn't part of the 15 people that unsubscribed to all of us on the same day. He must have not got the memo.
No. He's still a fan. That's why he's still subscribed.
But we've all gained those subs back because I mean this is YouTube. Like who's gonna cry over a sub or two? Like I do have subscribers that obviously I have formed friendships with and people that I care about, but you can't you'll be in your feelings all the time if you're watching your numbers that closely because they come and go, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and sometimes I am in my feelings because my numbers stay the same. Sometimes I'm in my feelings because of that, I'll admit. So
And damn it, I feel like every time you go live is whenever like some shit pops off with us and we're like at war or something. Because even last night we had a lot going on when you guys went live. But I tried to make it up and I went over there and shared it or whatever. But I'm definitely gonna make the next one.
Yeah, you said something that you needed to do a podcast, and I was counting on you to join the panel, man. But,
I'm sorry. And then I couldn't even do the podcast because I couldn't get it to work. So we ended up going live. But yeah, I definitely owe you. I got you. But I shared the stream, so you know.
Yes, I saw that. No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just hopefully we can make it happen next time.
Yeah.
Irby, what you thought about the whole stream so far?
It was good. It was chill. The Fresh and Fit guys. You're a little.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess I could, if I could chip in on that really quick when I have a chance.
Go ahead, Pittsburgh.
Okay, no, really quick. Like I was telling the 18 letter what I was telling Rakim is that, and I was mentioning it to, I think Kevin C was on that stream on Rakim's channel. What I was telling them, what I was recommending, in my humble opinion, is that, like Black Americans, African Americans should stay out of that because this is an issue that is happening with two guys that are kind of like what is supposed to be non-Black Americans against two other non-Black Americans. Because if you think about it, Myron, the main offender, he is somebody whose ancestry traces back to East Africa. His partner, he's from Bahamas, and they're going against two guys that have ancestries that traces to different parts of the world. One being Ethiopian, the other one being Haitian. So they have their flags. They have kind of like their flags or their identities. They're not necessarily Black America. It's kind of like a geopolitical conflict. It's an international. It's kind of like an international beef.
I need to make a video on it.
Yeah, an international beef is what's happening because I'm pretty sure they're not from the United States either. They're in Canada, so they have their ancestries that have to do very little with the United States. So that's why I'm kind of like trying to recommend Black Americans, like, stay out of it. It has nothing to do with you guys. Let them fight. Let them beef.
Well, I mean,
I could be wrong, but that's what I'm
putting on white sheets and making monkey noises. Maybe the biracial Pookies of our space can go join them. They'd fit in over there.
Oh. Golden, I wanted to ask you a question because that I'm curious about, because it seems like the people that are giving you the hardest time are people that are kind of like mixed or biracial like you. Particularly the guys, and that's the part that I'm not understanding, because me being racially mixed myself, and what is it compelling these guys to have a beef with you about?
Something is just not right with these men. I don't know, and it's like a pattern. So I don't know. We're still trying to figure that out. But for whatever reason, the biggest demographic that attacks us are biracial men. Absolutely.
Like what the hell?
Yeah.
They should be the one. They should be the ones.
And they never defended the biracial women. They let each other do whatever. So it's like, yeah, there's no respect for them at all.
Gigi,
hmm
if you don't mind me asking you, is the Psycho biracial?
What do you mean, cycle?
The Psycho.
Oh, he's MGM. He calls himself a griff. He was over there when he was taunting Zacharias on Twitter. He was saying that he was a griff, and the judge was a griff, and that's why he won. And because Zacharias is black, and he's a speaking of monkey, he called him a brass monkey. So
Wow.
there's a lot of racism in these spaces. And then when I call it out, I'm the bad guy. They want to turn it around and say that I'm the racist one. But this is how YouTube is. It's just a bunch of fuckery and clownery and lies. It's a mess, y'all.
But Gigi, remember, you and Multi, let's see, what's the term? Ghetto mamas and whatnot, and
none of these guys are like classy, right? So which is even more funny.
Yeah, they're blunt and harsh like that. like at least have some tact.
Well, the funny thing is that they call me a ghetto mama, but I'm a married woman, but none of them are married. They're actually, well, two of them don't have kids.
One is a baby daddy.
Two incels, incels, and the other one's a baby daddy. So yeah.
Okay, that's not much better than being.
But I'm an actual married woman. Not that it even matters. I mean, at the end of the day, like, why is everybody dragging everybody for their marital status at the same time? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just so childish, all of it, But it's just funny to point out the hypocrisy that none of them are married, and they're calling people single baby mamas. Okay.
Yeah, but you know what? The hypocrisy is that you have a certain individual from Canada talking about the mulatto spirit, but yet the one he's attacking is actually mulattoes, and he doesn't know jack regarding the United States.
Mm-hmm.
None of it makes sense.
Yeah, but why would like a Canadian talking that mess? I mean, Canada. Canada. Some of the major cities are, from what I understand, are fairly liberal. So I don't know what is it.
Very, very, very liberal. But maybe that's where some of the trigger comes from, and the want to lash out. But like we said before, worry about your own country. We'll worry about ours. Period. Point blank.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening. What's going to happen with the prime minister, because he does have a past. Some things about his past did come out with Trudeau. The whole thing with him doing blackface and things like that. So that guy is not innocent. I mean, he can try to make it seem like he's the most open-minded person, but yeah.
I shared your video today, and somebody came and commented on it. Why are you supporting these Puerto Ricans? So that's what I'm trying to tell you, that in a lot of these spaces, these people are just damn crazy and racist. Okay.
So what is there a reason why they will ask you that, and why they will have a problem with you sharing a video from a Puerto Rican?
I have no idea, and I've already said that I have a lot of my close family is Puerto Rican. My children are half Puerto Rican. You understand what I'm saying? So, I'm eating pernil and arroz con gandules on Christmas, okay? So I don't care what they say. I'm not, at the end of the day, I don't want to be against anybody, but I just never understood that. Even when BSIA was trolling, why were they effing with the Puerto Ricans? Because Puerto Ricans are Americans at the end of the day. So I just didn't understand where those talking points were coming from. And so there does seem to be a little bit of Puerto Rican hate out here in these YouTube streets.
Oh, of course. There are many people that don't know.
Yes.
They assume that we are illegals too. So, but what the hell? There are people that are ignorant enough to believe that all of us that speak Spanish are a bunch of Mexicans. It's true that
the whole thing is that the Latinos, you guys are mixed race people, but with different culture, right? Why is it I don't see the Latino men out here dragging the Latinas and shitting on the Latinas and attacking? But what is it with the biracial men? I mean, is it the culture
That's
or
what I
what?
don't
Because they're mixed race men
understand.
as well.
I don't understand because they came out of they're supposed to be cool. They should logically they should be cool with you. If they are biracial and you're biracial, then that's a big thing to have in common. So they should
Even if you
be
don't agree on anything, just at least that as the basis,
yeah,
right?
at least having a common
Yeah.
courtesy, having
Yeah.
a decency to be treating for them to treat you with some level of courtesy and decency, even if there is a disagreement in mentality or something like that. Yeah, because I mean, also
That's why it'll be difficult to build a biracial community because you have to be able to work together, right?
Yeah,
And
because we're
that's why the
studying.
Latinos are successful in having a community and having a culture. And yeah, so the biracial men should probably take some notes.
It's
Well,
difficult to build a community when you're starting with a civil war. You're having a
Yeah.
gender civil war already. It's not
Yep.
gonna go anywhere. I mean, I wonder what the
well,
hell.
the problem introvert is that they're too fixated on worrying about people's dating life.
Yeah, it's all about getting ass, it seems like. What do you guys think, Jose? What do you think about that this whole situation with Future was that she was crying that she was just being tormented by these men, but now that they're mad at us for trolling them back, now they're sharing her and kissing her ass, Anthony and Vanguard, after all of the stuff that they've done to her.
Oh, can I chime in on that?
Yeah.
Man, that is fake. That is. Oh, go ahead, Jose.
Okay, I think part of the problem is they treat YouTube as Bumble or Tinder as a hookup place, to try to hook up with ladies. Okay,
No.
I got news for you. You got hundreds of sites out there that you can hook up and do whatever and do the fluff you want. It's just that what it is that you have certain immature boys that cannot deal with people who has a different point of view. I mean, look, it's not just in the biracial circles. I mean, we dealt it as far as in our circle. We have dealt with Latinos that that were obsessed regarding certain things like the resurrection of the Spanish Empire and making the DR white again.
Oh yeah, but that went nowhere.
Okay, so
That was a
the
whole
fact of the matter is, you're gonna have stupid people no matter where you go, and
that's because this is really not about race relations. It's really just about people want to do well on YouTube or whatever. They're out here doing whatever they can just to look in front and appear like they're winning. They're buying subs. Oh, congratulations, Mulatto Handjob! You hit 2,000 subs.
Oh, okay. I don't understand. What is
2,000 subs, y'all?
What is it with these guys that call themselves blowjob and handjob?
No, we call them that. We call them that.
Wow,
we call them
about themselves. You call them that? Okay, I thought that.
Yeah. But I wanted to congratulate Handjob on his 2,000 subs. Which
how much did it cost?
Yeah. But you can't break barely 200 on a video though. But okay. But these people live in delusion, and they seen Angry Biracial do that. They seen him come out, buy subs, and have a fake channel. But then he finally found his niche. He went to TikTok. He built it up. So it's kind of like faking it till you make it type of situation. You understand?
Yeah.
And so that's what they're trying to do now. Go ahead.
Can I respond to the Future thing? Huh?
Yeah, go on. You're listening.
I find this ironically, this is the same dude. Future's fake as hell too, by the way. This is the same dude that was disrespecting her identity, the MGM label, and wanted everybody to identify it as mulatto. And now she's over here with them.
That's one of the reasons why they were bullying her. They were trying to bully her into identifying as mulatto.
Yeah, and they call her interloper.
Mm-hmm.
An antelope.
She's never been accepted, and they're only sharing her videos now to spite me and Multi. But that's just like the Al thing, Jose. It's linking up with your enemies just because you have a common enemy.
Hey, Golden, let me ask you something. I was checking out some of your older videos, and you did a couple of collaborations with someone called Exoticals United. Whatever happened to her?
She still has her channel. She just doesn't do live streams and stuff anymore, but she drops videos.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Because I remember hearing from her and your collaborations, but she kind of like dropped off. I mean, she was kind of like.
The thing about YouTube is that you can get a little bit of drama just dropping your videos and going, but it's really nothing compared. These live streams is where all the drama pops off. Like right now, we're talking about people, so they'll be going crazy by tomorrow, right?
Oh,
so some people just want to drop their videos and go and don't want to deal with,
Okay. Yeah, kind of like something pre-recorded. I understand. It reminds me, if you check out, I don't know if you know who Viva Bella by Xtina is, Xtina. Her first live streams that she will do, they will go on for hours, and it will be people fighting and arguing, and it will go on and on for hours. And she stopped doing that because I mean it's kind of like
somebody called me her once and they were like, "Oh, you're the new Xtina," and I didn't know who she was. I thought they were calling me Xtina, like Chris, like when the Christina Aguilera they used to call her. So I thought it was a diss. I'm like, why are you calling me that? Like, but I don't really know her channel though. I need to check it out.
Actually, actually, she is a young Dominican lady. I think she lives in Maryland, and she has like over 10,000 subs and whatnot.
So why would they be calling me the new her? Is it because she has like drama on her channel or something?
She used to have these live streams in which several people will be arguing and cussing each other out and yelling at each other, and it will go on for hours. She used to do that. She did like three major live streams like that, but after that she just drops a video here and there, a restaurant that she's visiting or a location that she's going or some activity here and there. I would like for her I would like for her to do another live stream here and there, but she hasn't done any in a long time.
I'm gonna check out her channel. Hey,
yeah. And she has like a second channel, which is kind of like going to restaurants and exploring cultural things and different foods and things like that. Good stuff. And also her older cultural videos.
Hold on, I'm gonna drop down because I'm about to. My phone's about to die. I'm gonna jump on the laptop. Give me a minute.
Oh, okay.
Okay, no problem. Okay, but that's it. Now, yeah. She did used to produce great content. Now, let me just educate you with some of the names I have for my ops. For the future is Golden. She's known as the future is Rust. Hybrid Vigor.
What? The future is Rusty.
You know who she is, Introvert?
No. I have heard her name before, but I haven't heard anything from her. Future is Golden. Future is Rusty. Come on, that's mean.
Excuse me. She removed me from the Discord twice.
Oh, she's being messy then. Oh.
Yes. Now, Hybrid Vigor, he's known as Hybrid the Zero.
The Canadian.
Man.
Mulatto Vanguard is known as Mulatto Vampuro because he's basically someone's dog.
Oh.
Okay. The Owl Show is known as the Owl No Show.
Oh man. I remember when you used to have him on your platform. What's going on, Rakim?
What's up, Rakim?
Good evening, Rakim.
Oh.
Hey, shout out to you.
Oops. This is gonna be.
Yeah, reposition your microphone because there is a lot of noise around.
Okay.
Are you kicking me now, Jose? You're not kicking me now, right? He was about to speak and then all of a sudden it drops off. Yeah, if you can hear it, if you can hear this, come on back. Yeah. Okay. What you were saying something about these other guys, Jose? Yeah. Let's give Rakim a chance to come back. Actually, something that I wanted to say that I was one of the comments that Tim Asuna put up. Yeah, Tim, I have been noticing that this whole thing that FBA sees certain some of us Latinos, particularly the Puerto Ricans, because historically, when it comes to Black Americans, Puerto Ricans have been the more open-minded when it comes to Black Americans, especially with the whole New York connection. So it's easy to go in on us, and because we're a soft target. But the other, like, come on, don't antagonize us. We, for the most part, are nice. What's going on, Rakim?
Yeah. Hey, shout out to my boy, the introvert Boricua. And
yeah.
This weekend is the Puerto Rican Day Parade. So shout out to all the Boricuas. Shout out to all the Boricuas that's Wepa.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, Wepa.
Going to be attending the parade. Shout out to my city. Shout out to Paseo Boricua, Humboldt Park. Shout out to New York, all the Boricuas from Brooklyn, from El Barrio, Harlem, especially the South Bronx. So shout out to all the Boricuas. Tim, Black and Sooner, you need to go get you some chocha, man. You stay talking about FBAs or Black Americans. You're one of the most insecure men I done ran across on this app. And I see you in a lot of Black spaces. I've seen you open. I've seen your name. I know you switch it up a lot and everything, man. But take your tampon out. Make sure you put on a fresh pair of panties. Go out there in the world, man, and man up and do something about yourself. Let me tell you something about my community. I got a lot of love for everybody, but us as a community have always stood on business on our own. So always remember that. You ain't gonna make or break it, so remember that.
Hey, Golden.
Sorry, I had a tab open. Hi, 18th letter. How are you?
Good evening, Rakim.
How you doing? Shout out to you, Jose.
Actually, I think somebody's rain going on in the background. That's not me. I thought it was me.
No, that's me. I'm driving. That's why I'm muting up any time after I'm done speaking.
Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead. I didn't want to interrupt. I was just coming back up.
Oh, no. I think it was Jose that was in the middle of calling some people out. He was giving the alternate names to certain somebody.
Yeah, let me respond. Let me respond really quickly to Tim Asuna. Hey, actually, I'm being I'm being a productive man, unlike yourself. I probably make more than what you see in your whole life, Tim. So yeah, this trap house is booming. Trust and believe that. I'm making enough to pay a mortgage that you'll probably never even get approved of. So that's why you spend all your time on YouTube. Now, if you're going to spend all your time on YouTube trolling from your mama's basement, at least you can go ahead and create, a channel and get your channel popping so you can make some money off of your time.
That's what I tell them too. They be showing their feelings about people's talking points and channels. Make a channel, do your own thing.
But you know,
And this trap house is booming, Tim. Got everything that you're looking for, everything that you need. I can sell it to you, bro. So yeah, come and shop with me.
'18th letter. So you are Michelle's YouTube husband. Are you guys gonna meet up in person?
Okay. All right. Eventually, you can keep it all online. You're gonna have to
of course. That's wifey. Of course, we're gonna meet up. When I hit the streets of NYC, I'm definitely gonna meet up with everybody that I've met online. Majority of the people that I know are New Yorkers, so I would definitely be meeting Jose in the Bronx. I'll definitely be seeing Kashelle in Harlem, and I want to definitely go to Harlem. Of course, the Bronx, that's the home of hip hop. I definitely want to visit Brooklyn. I got to. So yeah, if I go to NYC, definitely.
Okay, awesome. Wouldn't that be awesome, you guys?
Yeah.
What?
See, people do come here for, because they can't really find people in real life, which is stupid. But it is cute though when people actually do meet on, on these YouTube streets or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's the thing too. I never had a problem finding anybody in real life ever. That's not an issue at all. I ain't try to toot my own horn or nothing, but beat. And hey, shout out to you, Tim. I'm far from sensitive, man. I address you like a man. You like to throw rocks and hide your hands and hide behind your little avatar. I address you like a man. That's all it is to it, man. I gave you the respect that most men won't.
Excuse me, Tim, you're here to my own graces, but you can be blocked and you can be removed. Just bear that in mind. And if you don't like that, well, sorry.
Hey, shout out to you, Jose. I say keep Tim around, man. Keep Tim around. I'll be less of a man if people like Tim, if we block them for certain insults. I think he should be able to stay and voice his opinion. That gives us a chapter into his pathetic life and what he actually, give us a taste of how he actually lives offline. So go ahead, Tim. Say how you feel, man. Say it with your chest.
Tim's been out here in these YouTube streets for a while, and he did used to troll my channel a lot or whatever, but I don't really have a problem with him or whatever. But yeah, I guess I have worser trolls than Tim. Tim is lightweight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Tim is just a drop in the bucket. Some of these people online, I've had conversations with my boy Ramon about that. Some of these people are some of the most miserable people that you'll ever come across. It really gives you a dive into people's deepest, darkest thoughts, because YouTube is what people actually think and feel, but they won't say it in public because of the consequences, of public. Not just any physical consequences, but the possibility that they can lose their job, the possibility a lot of different things can happen. So YouTube give them an outlet to say how they really feel. So yeah, it's a lot of miserable people out here.
Yeah.
But you know something, you know what was my preparation to deal with the members of the Peanut Gallery? Because at my job, you have members of the Peanut Gallery there. And it's not so much just regular workers, but sometimes dealing with other union reps that act, they act like like a bunch of cats. That was my preparation to deal with such individuals like Al the No Show, the Tragic One, the Futures Rust, Malata Van Poodle, and Hybrid the Zero.
Damn, they got alternate names, all of them. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
you don't have no crazy name, Boricua. You guys are safe. Jose, you don't have I think only I up here have a crazy names. Golden Goblin, Ghetto Grandma.
What?
I got a lot of them.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I don't mean to laugh. I don't mean
think
to
my
laugh.
favorite is Golden
Well,
Goblin. I don't know why. That one cracks me up. Golden Goblin.
Damn, they're brutal.
Well,
Please,
I've
guys,
been
don't
called.
listen to them. You're cool.
Well,
Wow.
I've been called common no. I've been called common uncommon no sense. I've been called Sleepy Joe Negron. So
Oh, Sleepy Joe Negro.
Oh, yeah, damn, I remember
That's
that.
pretty funny.
I remember
That's
that.
been pretty funny.
Oh,
I haven't. Nobody's made up any names for me. The only thing I've been told is that I cry a lot or I complain a lot about when it comes to black issues. That's the only thing I've heard. But other than that, I haven't. No names have been given to me. Maybe I haven't been around in some of these areas long enough.
Well, it starts with a narrative. So the narrative is that you're hyper emotional, because I've heard that around too. So it starts with your narrative, because they put you in your little box and then the names come after that. You know what I mean?
And that's the funny thing, because I haven't gotten emotional on here. I don't yell, scream at anybody, anything like that. But you all defend yourself and you defend your people. Then of course you become emotional, because a lot of people are not used, especially the black men, fight back. So
Nothing
it
makes
is what it
sense
is.
on YouTube. None of this makes sense at all. Sense went out the window a long time ago.
But guys, remember, I'm the old, lonely, senile white guy.
well, let them think whatever. It's their ignorance.
Yeah, they
You
don't
have
matter.
to,
They don't matter.
yeah. You don't have to correct their ignorance for them. No, that's not your job.
It's just
All I'm
people
gonna
on
say,
here
you know
with bad
what?
energy,
Look,
Jose. Yeah, that's what my grandma used to say. It's just people on here with bad energy. You got to understand, when some people are so messed up. As soon as they log into that laptop, they're looking to provoke somebody. They're looking to start something, and just to that's their dose of dopamine. It's their dose of dopamine to make themselves feel that importance that they never felt in real life from nobody. And that's just what it is, man. Online you can be as nasty as you want to be. You can be as gossipy as you want to be. You can be as snakish as you want to be. It's online. It's a world where it's no laws or rules or no morality. So always keep that in mind.
Yeah. You can you get put on the menu, and that's why I think I get most of my shit back, is because I fight back, and people judge me for fighting back, but it is what it is. That's part of my personality. I'm an Aries. I'm not docile. I'm not quiet. I'm outgoing, and I defend myself. And if you come for me, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, I wanted to respond to Tim real quick. It'll never be over for Black Americans in the city of Chicago. Tim, understand that this is a black city. Period. Don't get me wrong. It's a very strong Hispanic community, but we ain't going nowhere no time soon in the city of Chicago. Now NYC, it may be different, but you're acting like that you're actually getting something accomplished by getting Black Americans out the way. Unless you control the politics and you control the jobs, which a lot of people are falling victim to the way things are structured in these cities, where they're replacing other communities in the prison system and living paycheck to paycheck, struggling. Unless you understand the ins and outs of the politics and how to maneuver through that, it ain't going. You ain't getting much accomplished. Understand that.
Rizzo said they're called vegetables.
Yeah, I remember hearing something about that. Back in the day. Yeah, vegetable. Yeah, that will be with. Gotta be starting something. Yeah. It wasn't that song. If you listen to that song, eventually he says something. The vegetable. You hear something about that? Yeah. Yeah, it's in one of it starting something. Listen to that song.
Well, I'm going to flex a little bit. Look, first of all, I am not living in someone's basement. Okay, I have my own place, which I actually owned. Number two, I have a very successful career as a municipal employee. Okay, and well loved and well respected in multiple circles. So go ahead and think that I'm old, lonely, senile, white, whatever. If that what makes you help you get through.
Jose, somebody called you messy today. Do you think you're messy?
You know what? Let them think what they want. Let them think what they're fluffing want, okay? Because look, at this stage of my life, I got more important things to worry about than have some people who have the intellectual level of a can of shaving cream and they can't produce a creative thought. Okay, so I'm sorry. Sorry, but not sorry.
So you disagree that you're messy?
He ain't messy. I'm messy.
You know what?
We're all messy to some degree. That's why we're on YouTube, right? I mean, because you can't be on YouTube if you're not willing to speak your real opinion, right? I mean, and when you speak the truth, that's considered
Look,
messy.
I'm gonna speak. Well, you know what needs to be. Those that don't like it, you know what? You don't have to consume my content. I mean, you can indulge and do whatever the fluff you want to do.
There is so gonna be a cover of this stream tomorrow, which is hilarious to me.
Oh, I already told you they're in the clouds already watching.
Yeah,
hit the like while y'all at it.
Oh, let them watch. Let them watch. If they're gonna be doing some kind of review of all of this, it only shows Jose is the important one. Jose is the celebrity in their minds.
Well, hit the like while you here.
Yeah, subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell too, since they're so invested in it.
Might as well support Jose.
Yeah.
And throw a cash app in there. Throw a cash app in there as well.
Yeah. Yeah, don't be a cheapo.
Yeah.
Don't be a cheapo. Now, I'm just curious, which one of my ops is probably gonna do a reaction video to this stream?
Well, the person who might do a reaction to this isn't necessarily your ops; they're my ops. You know.
Okay.
It's
because
so funny to hear everybody using the slang ops these days.
Jose know what time it is about all of that. I noticed that too. He be using all of the slang. Okay, Jose knows what time it is.
So I'm behind on that.
I know.
What'd you say, Ramon?
When it comes to that, what does that mean? Ops.
But you know,
well, it's a. Go ahead, Jose. What you was gonna say?
Which shows that I don't have such a thing.
Al the No Show had had a stream called "Stop the Cap." Ow! Stop your cap! Subscribe to Gigi Multi and Identity Withheld. So please spare me. Spare me.
Well, pretty much, Ramon. Op is a slang for, and it's actually slang in Chicago that kind of branched off doing the whole drill music thing, where it means opposition, and it was kind of like when guys got problems, with street organizations in the streets, they refer to them as the opposition, and it's just short for ops. Ops. The opposition.
Yeah, opposing view. Okay, I got you. Okay.
Not really opposing view. Pretty much your enemy, your ops.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
I think it's more than just opposition.
Yeah.
Chicago slang for
Speaking of Al the No Show, okay, the only time he has streams that has over 100 views is basically attacking Gigi and Multi. All the others are like 10, 20, 30, 40.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, you say more? You guys say more? I mean, do you know how many streams Al has that has 200 views or more? At least the ones that he didn't buy. 0. Do you know how many streams?
What was that? You cut off. You cut off, Jose.
That's only funny because Al doesn't have a new channel. He's been doing this for years, so it is funny. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But some people do this for a hobby. They don't really aim to be. I don't know. I don't believe that. I believe everybody wants to be successful on YouTube.
Yeah, I will have to agree with that. It's just that some people do figure it out, and some people take longer to figure it out.
Yeah.
But of course, as you know, it depends on how much effort you put into it, how much work you put into it.
And some of the most well-to-do people on YouTube was here since the infancy of YouTube. It's kind of like they got in while the get was good. Like I've been watching Lovely T videos since 2011.
Yeah,
she was around.
Yeah,
Lovely T was like one of the first people I subscribed to when I came over here and started watching. I love Lovely T.
Yeah, she was one of the first. I don't think of this man as popular in the spaces because they talk about, but like as far as the early Manosphere stuff, Sergeant Willie Pete. I've been watching Sergeant Willie Pete since 2008. I first got on to Sergeant Willie Pete. So it's been a lot of these people that's been in this space since you was gonna get the most honest that people will ever be before YouTube was monetized. Now a lot of people are not as honest anymore because everybody has their own individual channel, which means their own individual media. So they're trying to keep people watching as much as they possibly can to keep the money rolling in. For some people, if you build your audience organically, and you build an audience based off of people that you mess with, and people you build an audience like that, then you'll have a loyal audience. But if you build your audience on a lot of BS, then that audience is always going to expect BS. So.
Rakim, are you considered Manosphere?
I don't know if I'm considered really Manosphere. I do agree with a lot of the talking points from the Manosphere, as far as staying on your purpose, handling your business, and finding a suitable mate. But I don't hate women at all. I don't hate women. I actually love women. There's certain type of women that I dislike, like strongly dislike. But no, I don't hate women. And it's only a few different guys that I watch that are make good quality content.
So as far as the talking points in the manosphere,
Good
especially when they
evening, Multi.
oh, go ahead, Jose. Sorry.
What's going on, Multi?
Good evening, Multi.
What's up?
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do late streams, to try to, generate an audience. So yeah, I don't usually do streams this late, but it's Friday, so I figure, what the heck? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Gigi.
Yeah.
No, I was just wondering though, because I have seen, like, even in my experience in these spaces, and a lot of these men, they come from the manosphere spaces, which I generally, common sense would tell you that men are going to relate to that content because they're men, right? It wouldn't make any sense really if they didn't, right? Of course, your guys are gonna agree with those talking points, but I just find it. What do you guys think about when they come after and they attack women, but then when women defend themselves, they're called masculine, oppositional, difficult? Like, so do you guys believe that the women are supposed to just take the abuse?
No, you got every right to defend yourself.
Yeah, I'll let my boy.
I agree.
First, and then I'll respond.
No, I mean, no. I will have to agree with that. I mean, if it's genuine, if it is like a genuine unfair attack, then definitely go for it. I mean, hit back, defend yourself.
Yeah, I agree 100%. If it's some guy, you can tell the difference in between guys that are just speaking to men and people that are kind of awkward, or those weird type of guys that's looking to attack women. You can definitely tell the difference between a normal person and a not so normal person on YouTube, or somebody that's looking for an agenda. I have no problems about that. But one of my biggest problems is like women who say nasty things to men and go after men, and then when that man responds in a way, then all of a sudden, everybody's crying bloody murder. Like, for instance, if you hurl an insult or I insult back, or check the people that's insult, all of a sudden, his manhood is being questioned, and he must be the alphabet community. Look how he responds. All of these different shaming tactics. Just like if you slick enough to throw insults at somebody or disrespect somebody that's not bothering you, that goes for any gender. You better be prepared for what's to come, and that's period.
Yeah, that's a good point, because really, if you think about it, both genders are getting shamed for reacting or defending themselves, right?
Yeah. Multi, thank you very much for sharing my stream tonight. This is the way I see it. I mean, everyone has a right to defend themselves, and I mean everybody, male or female. Okay. Let me just bring up Multi. Give me a moment.
Hey, everybody. What we talking about? All I heard was women having to take abuse or something.
No.
That was the question.
Just me running.
What are we talking about?
Well,
That's interesting. Let me come on up.
You know how some of the men in our space, like they literally attack and attack and attack, but then when you fight back, they're like, "Oh, you're masculine, you're this, you're that." Like, so I'm like, what do you think about that from a manosphere? Like, do you feel like women are supposed to just take the abuse and not fight back, or what? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like with the men in our space that say that, I feel like definitely right, but I feel like the men in our space, when they say that, let's be real. The only time they step into their femininity is to argue with women and to be petty. You know what I mean? And then when we turn around and we fucking step into the masculine, we defend ourselves, because I mean, it's not like anyone else really can. You gotta, fight for yourself. And then they call us masculine. It's gaslighting. But I think that, there are a lot of men that kind of have that way of thinking. There's just this video that went viral of this guy saying like, oh, like you should be a strong woman. Like if your man puts his hands on you like one time, or a few times. Like he was basically just like Barrett or whatever, and I was like, whoa, that's
Yeah.
crazy. 2023. Who's bearing
I
anything,
got a
male
quick
or
question.
female?
I got a quick question for you ladies on the panel. Because we hear a lot of talk about incels and different things like that. Do you all think femcels exist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Oh, yo, he ain't
But
actually
I feel
funny.
like theirs is different though. Like the name is similar, but like it's still different for the women. Like I don't think that they're stem cells because they can't get like penis. I think sorry Jose. That's the cleanest word I can think of. I don't think they're fem cells because they can't get penis. I think they're fem cells because they just like genuinely like dislike men or like hate men. So it's
I
more so
agree.
by choice
So
than it is like
you think
I
so?
do
involuntary.
believe that fem cells
Well,
do exist that can't get peen. I do because I've seen them. They act
Really?
weird. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
but
I mean,
they're also
it's
too
like
weird to go
I,
try to get some because if they really try to get some,
Hmm.
they probably could find some.
I'll put it this way. Of
Yeah.
course, they can get action. Any woman can get action as long as she got she got what she got. But they don't. It's the type of action that they want. They're not gonna. Of course, they can get. Overweight Sean that works at the Burger King. In the back, stocking the food. Yeah, they can get him, but they want the Morris Chestnut. They want, guys like that. That's who they want. But
That's
they're
what they
not.
want.
They're not gonna get. They're not gonna get that. No, of course not. No.
They won't even go for
No.
the low budget Morris Chestnut that works at the Burger King.
The Lord's. The low budget Morris Chestnut probably messing with another chick that may look better that works side by side with him at the Burger King. So he's not gonna be. He's not gonna be looking at. You have to.
I have
If
seen men sleep with any old thing. I'm just saying.
but
And they
okay.
be cute. I'd be like, whoa, that's crazy. I mean, but we different. I feel like as men and women, for real.
Yeah,
But
me
I'm with you
personally.
on that. I'm with you on that first part. I don't think that they want like the fem cells. I don't think they want unattractive men. Like they don't want to sleep with unattractive men. So I'm with you on that part.
But
But I
see,
don't know
here's the
about the second
thing. It's
part.
not just about. It's not just about sleeping because men we can sleep with anything, but women require affection. Women require somebody to be, with them. A lot of women like the front, like that's not the case. But women are not built like that to not have
You
emotions.
know, I would normally agree with you, but I really don't think that women are fronting because I think women also you can find affection in any of your relationships. I mean, there's a lot of women that do that shit with their best friends now, and then they sleep with men because they're not gay. But if that's a thing, you can find affection in more than just your relationship.
I
So.
don't know. Whenever you got
Well,
women
you were
online,
talking about men.
because you
But
got
no, like if you're normal, if you're a
Excuse
normal
me.
woman,
Talking
and
about
you're
the
looking for
men
a
that
normal
really hate you and
relationship, like that's what you want. But we're talking
because you
about
got.
stem cells.
I mean, you got women online that's breaking down saying that they hug deprived and they want to feel with the touch of a man and all of this other stuff. Like, because it's nothing like masculine energy. It's nothing like a man that can put his shoulders around your waist and pull you close to him, and that man
Um,
has the strength to
excuse
protect you,
me.
and he's going to handle his business.
Um,
It's nothing like that for women.
Oh, okay.
excuse me. Excuse me. I don't mean to cut in. First of all, I just want to welcome Melanie Knight to the panel. Good evening, Melanie Knight. And Multi, don't worry. I don't censor people here. I mean, you can just say whatever the fluff you want as long as you're respectable.
I was just trying to respect your platform and trying not to say anything too vulgar. So I was like, oh, that's not my usual word for it. But I was like, oh, I guess peen. Gigi had a better word because you got to kind of speak on code in YouTube and stuff.
Well,
Denise called it eggplant.
Well, Denise
There you
had
go.
another, Denise
Yeah,
had another name called an eggplant.
that's good too.
Good evening,
Yeah.
Melanie Knight.
Hey Jose, how's it going?
Shout out to my boy
Fine.
MK.
Gee, we're having a
Shout
wonderful
out to MK.
party here.
Yeah.
We outside.
Full
I ain't
panel
gonna
tonight,
lie.
honey.
I'm agreeing with Rakim so far, so I can't lie. I'm agreeing with my boy Rakim right now.
I don't know what you guys were talking about before, so I'm a little late to the party. How did we get on this?
I think what she was trying to say that just like they brought up the argument about how there are some men that hate women, but they are not attracted to men, so they just love to hang out with their friends and be with their friends, but they really hate women, but they sleep with women. There are women like that too
Thank
that are with
you.
men that just want to sleep with them, but really don't have, good feelings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. That's exactly my point. Thank you.
Because the stories, like, I feel like it's like a lot of women, me personally, have had the microphone for the last 30 years. I think it really bothers a lot of women because women just can't handle criticism. Women cannot. A lot of women are not built for it. You have women that can talk down to men all day, all day. The second that men start, pointing out their flaws, then it makes them very insecure because a lot of women, like, attention is currency for women. So if when you point out stuff like that really hurts a woman, you in your soul, because a lot of us have been there before, and being broke is not.
You know what's funny though is the
Not a good
whole
feeling, especially as a
women
man, because
attention is
of
currency
what
for
society
women
tells.
thing, but attention from who? Is it the
But you
men?
know what? I
Is it
have
really the
a
men?
opinion.
Because I'm
We
gonna,
really
as a
gonna play
woman,
that
I can
game? We
tell
really
you
gonna
getting
play
a
that game?
compliment from no. I just want to say, like, as a woman, because you can't tell us like how we feel and what we think and how we move it. I'm just saying that as a woman, I'm gonna be real. When I get compliments from women, it is 1,000 times better because it comes from more of a genuine place. Because with the man, you never know. Maybe they're just saying that shit because they want to fuck you. They're trying to score some points. There's always some agenda behind it. But like when a woman compliments you, like, "Oh my God, you look beautiful.
I
I love
think
your
that's
shoes.
kind
I
of
love your bag."
Right,
That's
because
like
women
way
don't like
that holds way
each
more
other.
value. It's
Both
genuine.
listen, both of
Women
those
don't
points that you
like
made
Genuine.
each
about
other.
attention being
Uh-huh.
currency. These men want attention too, and a lot of them want it more than even women nowadays.
They're fighting
And
for princess treatment right
But
now.
here's
What do
the
you
thing. Here's
mean?
the thing
and not
about
being able to
women.
take criticism, men as well.
Thank you.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing that gets me. I'm against the manosphere right now because there's some things that's going on that's a little bit childish. And I agree with the women that a lot of dudes in the sphere is being childish. What I have a problem with is that women, as soon as like we turn our attention on men, a lot of the
Mhm.
women who are acting crazy start acting as if they can just get on panels and start be amen and shit. When at the same time, you got issues too. Both parties are in the same place. Women can't talk, men can't talk. So what gives women the issue that I have with women is when we're finally addressing men like myself, then they want to start speaking. I don't need you to speak. I need you to also listen because you're in the same place that the men are. You don't want to listen. You don't want to take criticism, and you're hard headed. So at this point, both parties really need to shut up because there's no point of you talking if you're both the same way.
Well,
Now,
how we
as
gonna
for
have the
men,
conversation if
Okay,
none of
should
us
they
can
shut
talk?
up?
but
They
here's
shut
the
up or
here's
should
the
they
thing.
listen?
No, but here's
That
the
doesn't make
thing.
any
Here's the thing.
sense.
No,
Yeah.
but here's the thing. You guys had Rakim is right. You guys have more time to talk. Now, I
Huh?
don't have a problem with women with talking, just the same as I don't have men with talking. The reason why I stop the men now is because they're sounding ridiculous. Now, men with common
Yeah, because they're
sense.
finally talking
No,
more.
but men with common sense should be able to tap their brothers on the shoulder and be like, that's getting out of control. That's a little bit too much. You can tell your truth without going overboard. The problem
Uh-huh.
Now I see with
Can I ask
brothers,
that
with
real quick,
women.
MK?
Wait, hold up, Rakim. I'm almost done. The problem with women is the women with sense never tap the women who are out of bounds on the shoulder and be like, "That's enough." So I'm doing it early, within the earlier years, and you guys are doing it like 30 years too late. So it's like now you're trying to tell brothers like, stop talking, but you guys are tapping the women on the shoulders too late because you let the fuckery go on too long. So now it's like there's no point of trying to stop the brothers from talking because you let your fuckery go on too long.
I feel like that's cap though, because the men started talking and complaining about the women first.
No, that's not true.
No, we did not. No, we did not.
So
We did not.
You have more
This false
platforms than
narrative
men
of.
have, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you had what? You had Oprah. You had Oprah.
Not
You had Ricky
Oprah.
Lake. You had Jenny Jones. You had
Oh, come on, Ricky
all of these
Lake.
different.
Mention,
Yes,
you
you had
guys
all
be
of these
getting on
different.
panels and
going
over
on and
talking
on, telling
people,
us
so
that we
men
Yeah.
don't have
Okay, y'all had Steve Harvey.
We've had we had. Hold on, let me finish really quickly.
Y'all
We had
had Jerry Springer.
Really?
Yeah, but that was men
Do you see
and
how
women that were
ridiculous that
fighting in
sounds?
that
That's how you
show.
sound to me right now. That's how you sound to me right now. Y'all just naming random talk show hosts, daytime. Y'all had Maury Palkovich, whatever his last name is. Y'all had Jerry
Bobby.
Springer. You see how ridiculous that sounds? That's how you sound to me right now. Just naming random daytime talk show hosts from the fucking 90s. Who else?
Okay,
Well, no.
Jerry Springer
Beyonce.
is not even
That's
accurate. That's not even an
the
accurate
beloved
person to
Oprah.
use as a talk
It was
show.
Calm
also
down. I
about
was just
going
playing.
on
I'm
and
just
on about
joking.
how
Like, so
we
I don't even
managed
know why we
Jeez.
to
You
have
even
that
tell a little
going on
jokey
I'm
joke.
sorry. Chill out.
without opposition. And
Why
now
y'all
that,
all start talking at once?
That's what
well,
you guys did in the last one.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I don't even listen. I don't care about the manosphere. I feel like I am totally for men's rights, right? I'm for women's rights as well, and I think that you guys should have as many boys clubs as y'all want to have. Men's club, men's rights meetings. That's cool. I don't go to those spaces because I just don't feel like I have room to speak there. But it's just I'm sorry, I can't help but laugh when a guy's like, "Y'all just need to shut up," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." I mean, I don't even go there. I know better. But for the women that do go there, I don't know what they be on. And I'm gonna be real. It's not my job to tap another girl on the shoulder and be like, "That's enough. That's enough, Cindy. Shut up right now."
But it is
The
because
men are
you guys be
speaking.
asking
The men are
men to do
speaking. Be
it.
quiet. Who? Not me,
But
babe. Not all of us. You can't. The women. Women are
here's
not
the
a
thing,
monarchy, and
Multi.
neither
But
are
here's the
men.
thing,
Though.
Multi. You can't.
No.
You always. Why are you always individually running away from you? Individually, everybody has this responsibility to tell people, "Yo, you're
We
doing
don't.
too much."
Everyone is responsible
But
for
see, you're
themselves.
doing
That is
all right.
ridiculous.
Then
We don't
that's
have an
childish.
individual
That's
response.
childish.
It's not
But hey, you
childish.
got it. That's
How
childish.
is
You
being
got it.
responsible for
You
yourself
got it,
childish? That
bro.
logistically doesn't make any sense, and you know it. You knew it as soon as you said it.
No, I
Excuse
don't.
me.
Yep.
But you can go ahead and
If
act
I can
like
just chime in, please. Excuse me, if I can just chime in, please. Well, I agree to the extent that each one of us is responsible for our actions. However, if we see somebody, and either sex, if they're doing something that's out of pocket or out of character or out of whatever, I think we don't have it's not an obligation, but as a courtesy, address that person and say, "Hey, what's going on is not okay. Are you okay?" Out of concern, not out of judgment, but out of concern. Now, if you disagree with me, that's fine. That's how I see it.
Well, I think that Multi is just laughing and having a good time because realistically, we call out women on bullshit all the time on our channel.
Literally.
You know.
Yeah, but it's like woman to woman. I'm not doing it because no man told me to.
Yeah.
Like it's just that's
I
weird.
have no
Like I'll
problem
never
being
do shit.
honest with
Don't tell me what
anybody
to do.
about if you're right or wrong, in my opinion. So.
Right. All right. But also, like for me personally, I'm not doing that to every single person that I see because some people are far past helping. Sorry. Now maybe I'll do it for a girl that I think that I can get through to, or I can make examples of like, hey, we should be better people. So to the other girls that are worth saving. But it's just like, come on now. When there's a man that's too far gone, I have seen men ignore other men, beating up women in the street, okay, cussing the girl out, whatever erratic, whatever they're doing. I've seen them sit there, watch. Maybe they'll call the police from afar. Who knows? But they're not like interjecting themselves. They're like, oh no, brother, that's wrong. Don't do that. I don't see that shit. I mean, I see it sometimes, but I don't see it in every. I have not seen it in every single instance. So that's why I have that way of thinking. I knew it was
Let me add
trigger
to
you.
that real quickly. No, it's not triggering me. I'm just responding. You've had men that have jumped up in domestic. No, it don't make me feel any type of way. You've had men that's jumped up in domestic disputes, and
my computer is acting up. Ugh.
Oh.
Okay. All right. You've had men that's jumped in disputes and end up losing their lives behind it. I've seen that growing up. I've seen that numerous times.
Thank you for proving my point.
And guess what happened?
Thank you for proving my point.
That woman that was in that domestic dispute. Hold on one second. Let me finish, sweetheart. Let me finish. Yeah, I'm just saying, and that's why you have get involved in those domestic disputes. Their mothers or women in their family, because once that person loses their life, it's no significant other or his children with funeral arrangements, with money for funerals, or any type of nobody's taking his kids and just left childless, all because he said he thought that was the right thing to do. He was trying to get involved, and it was just a situation in New York where a man that got involved in the incident.
I think Jose's having technical difficulties.
I'm here.
Hi, Denise. She's gone.
Hey, Denise.
Just saying.
Jose, is your computer?
Honestly, I'm gonna be real. I've seen boys step up to the plate and to stop things before I've seen men. And literally half of the school shooter cases that I've seen in the past couple of years, a lot of the reasons why a lot of kids get away will be because a boy steps up. It's not a man. It'll be like a boy.
Look, do we have
to be real?
Do we have to call out stuff? Yes, but I don't want to hear certain males saying that they call out behavior when we've seen decade after decade how no man whatsoever.
Good evening, Denise.
Hey, Jose, no man whatsoever is telling other men in large numbers, hey, instead of just criticizing the promiscuous woman and the bookies and rapists, how about y'all recognize that some men abandon those kids and that's why those kids are messed up? When I see men doing that, then they can demand from us to be calling out women. Stop.
Mm-hmm.
Stop. Don't ask from us stuff you guys don't do. Don't look at me like that, okay? It's true. Y'all cannot ask us to do stuff you guys don't do. We don't call out women because we don't want to lose those friendships. I get it. We don't tell our friends when they are fat or they're ugly and they're trying to go for a guy they don't. They literally are not gonna get.
Yeah, but that's part of the problem. Coddling.
But you know what's part of the problem too? That men don't tell other men, hey, you're too aggressive. Hey,
we do. A lot of the times we do. Maybe not in the large numbers that you intend to.
Many guys, I've yet to see guys in large numbers telling other men, you gotta sit your
because men don't do that in front of you. They don't do that in front of you. Just because they don't do that in front of you doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
No.
Exactly.
I don't see, guys, if that was the case, the impact will be in society. When you see a society that's declining in morality, you know that those are the men, because men cannot be leaders and victims at the same time. You got to pick.
Right.
Either you're a victim
Okay, when
or
did I
you're
say anything about being a victim? I didn't say anything about being a victim.
No, they're crying online about being the
No, they
victim.
are though.
by that definition.
No, pointing out what's happening and crying victim are two different things.
Hold on. If you let me explain here instead of just answering just for the sake of answering, what I'm saying is, if men are actually actively telling their friends and families, you're messing up your children, you need to go to therapy, you need to get your shit together, you need to provide for your kids, you need to not be abusive, and you need to get your stuff put together and sit down and do stuff for the community and for your kids and your wife, we will see a better society. But that's not what we're seeing, because men are not calling each other out. What we're seeing is echo chambers where men get to play the victim, and men that are not necessarily victims, they're probably doing the stuff that they're supposed to, because I don't think we have guys over here that they don't have their stuff together. I think Rakim, you, Ramon, and Jose, you guys have your stuff together. I don't know Irby personally, but I know you guys have your stuff together. But I don't think that you guys go on panels and tell men that you know are feminine as hell, are irresponsible, aggressive and stuff. You guys don't go
predatory.
Get your stuff together. So don't ask that from us, because otherwise we will see a better society, and we're seeing a worse society. We're not seeing a better one. Men are not getting better, they're getting worse.
No, they support each other in the fuckery. They literally support each other in the fuckery.
I wanted to say something because he said, "Oh, there's nothing like a man, wrapping his protective arms around you." And my question is, who are you protecting us from? Are you protecting me from another woman or another man? And that's the thing. You guys are protectors for women from other men. And you need to understand what side you're on. Are you a predatory man or are you not? There's only two types. And that's a statistic fact that men do not call out other men for predatory behavior. Or because if that was the case, like Denise was just saying, it would show in society. Men are 90% of violent crimes. That number would drop drastically if men were holding other men accountable. So the whole thing of like, oh, we hold each other accountable, maybe you're friends, but not as a whole. Yeah, so how are you going to ask me like to correct another woman when women aren't the ones actually damaging men, at least not physically? They're not putting your life at fucking risk. Me personally,
a lot of the damage is psychologically and mental, and sometimes it happens with some of these kids that are, from the moment they're coming out of the womb, they're being called ain't shit.
I'd rather go to therapy and get my psychological fix than have my jaw wired, shut. Then I would rather go to therapy, and I think we all need therapy, male or female. Everyone does. No matter how good your life is, everyone needs therapy, and I'd rather go to therapy for my mental health than to have my jaw wired shut or possibly die. So one is clearly worse than the other. So like Denise said, you can't be winners and victims at the same time. You know what I mean? Men definitely, the whole saying of like, a man rules the world. That is true. That's true. It's true. The patriarchy is very real. And guess who made it? Not women, men. Yeah. So a lot of the times, the reasons why men kill themselves at a higher rate is because of the patriarchy and all the fucking rules that you guys made. Because you rule the world and always have. So that it's silly, but they cry to women who have barely had any control. Can you tell me how long it's been since women were even able to vote? Has it been 100 years or less? Guess which one? Has it been a solid 100 years or has it been less? So
I wanted to
stop. Men have full fucking control.
Something to that.
Yeah. And the world isn't any better,
Excuse me.
and it's not getting any better, and they're still complaining.
Well, it's not men that are really complaining. It's the women that bit off more than they can chew because they didn't realize a lot of the things
Oh
that came with
God.
equality. They didn't realize a lot of the things that came with equality.
Oh,
Like
like rights to marry who we want and not be sold like cattle
no,
and
well,
not be
no,
treated
well,
like children that
that
we have
was
to raise.
okay. Let me finish really quickly. That was a certain demographic, and then on top of it all,
No,
if
that
men,
came with women's rights. Stop. It's not just one. You can't just get one thing. Women fought for all of the rights, all across the board.
it's
You
no
guys
way you
like to
can
do that when
listen.
y'all know.
Listen.
Y'all
Okay,
like to
wait,
do
wait,
that
wait,
when
wait,
y'all
wait, wait,
have
wait,
these
wait, wait.
conversations. Y'all like to
Hold up. I'll
pretend
let you
like
speak,
women's
Gigi. I'll let you
rights is
speak.
just
I'll
one
let you speak,
thing. It's
Gigi.
multi,
It's
not
not Gigi.
Gigi.
You're
Oh,
talking to Multi.
It's multi.
okay. Well,
Okay,
multi.
excuse me, guys.
Let
Can
me
I
speak,
just chime
multi.
in,
First of
please?
all, men would go
You cut
ahead,
out.
Jose.
I apologize. First of all, good evening, Denise. Welcome to the panel. I'm sorry. It's just that this is a crazy or excuse of a stream, but
The men started it.
let me just add. Okay, I'm gonna add my 2 cents to the whole situation. Okay, first of all, when it comes to the feminist movement in its original form, it was there to address issues that women face. Women could not vote. Women could not own property. Women could not discipline their children. There was the physical property of the husband. Okay, so these are things that needed to be corrected. However, I think it's safe to say, and you may disagree with me all you want, but we have issues when we have both sexes acting irresponsibly. Okay, we love to talk about the women, and yes, there's some women that are being irresponsible, but at the same time, you have men who are acting irresponsible as well. Okay, and if us men want women to be, I'm not going to use submissive because it's too triggering, cooperative. We need to demonstrate that our stuff is in order, because we
Okay,
cannot expect anything
can I
from them that we
respond to that,
want.
Jose? Yeah.
Sure, go
I
ahead.
just want. Yeah. First and foremost, I think men have already been doing that, and if men was these brutes that everybody try to say a lot of men are, it wouldn't be anything that women can do to stop men from being that way. Because we're physically stronger, we're more physically dominant. We build a lot of the stuff. So if we were these type of men that are just evil and want to oppress women, it wouldn't be nothing women can do about that. Like a lot of men
Men
have
are not just
always
oppressing women; they're oppressing everyone, including other men and everybody. It's history. No,
listen,
stop.
multi. You think that's a
Historically,
little?
historically, they've
You're
oppressed
being rude.
everyone,
You're
including
being
other
rude.
men. Stop it!
That's
You
not
stop it
cool.
right
That's not
now.
cool. That's not cool. Because you
Oh
just interrupted
well,
me, and I
it's
let you speak.
true.
That's
I'm sorry.
you want to. That's
I'm gonna
childish,
be
don't you think?
submissive. Let me go back in my shell. I'm sorry.
No,
Go
you had a
ahead.
floor, multi. No, you had a floor. You go ahead.
No, you
You
have
go
the
ahead.
floor.
No. You got something important to say. You go right
Well,
ahead.
these conversations
No.
always go left when we talk about the women man conversation.
I'm sorry. I'm playing a little bit too much. Y'all taking me for real.
We're just getting a chance to speak, and then the moment it's gonna
I
say
didn't know
something,
y'all was
start
gonna be so
interrupting.
passionate about it.
Okay, no.
I'm sorry.
You was playing. You said you was joking. Okay, that's cool. That's
I'm
cool. No
sorry.
problem.
But no,
No,
like the
I was just gonna
historical fact,
say.
that's real. That's not even a joke.
No. Like I was just gonna say. Like it's always been men to put other men to protect. It's always been men to protect women from other. If it was
Men,
always
right.
these type of men that were predatory, it's always been other men that was around those men in their place or even do worse. You know, and just think, it's been men that's been deleted off of great.
You caught out. We can't hear you.
We heard men been deleted off of something.
I'm gonna say something. And MK is losing his stuff here, but I'm gonna say something. This whole discussion, there's stuff that I can give both men and women. None of us in the extreme groups have it like 100%. We have to understand, like, there are certain truths to what the women are saying, and there are truths to what the men are saying. I like to be in the middle. I am not 100% in the feminism realm. I'm not 100% in the manosphere, red pill realm. But I can see where both sides tend to be like, oh, pick a side, otherwise you're a betrayer of this group or the other. And that's not the case. But I'm noticing that I thought at some point that men actually were doing what they say online that they're doing, which is, oh, we got our stuff together. We call ourselves out. We have it all figured out. But then, like I said, take a look at society. And the same goes for the girls too. We have a lot of women out here that are doing a lot of crazy stuff and then complaining about the results they get. If what you're dealing with is with toxic men, it's because, bitch, you're toxic.
Yeah, it's probably didn't have a father.
I'm like, there's no way. There's no way that you're not going to attract toxic men unless you're toxic yourself, honey. You're going to attract what you are. Same goes for the men. When they say, oh, I'm dealing with 304s and bitches, maybe that's who you are. So that's why I always say to people, you gotta go to therapy. You gotta go fix your stuff, because if you don't like where your life is heading, the only common denominator in your life and the people you have dealt with is you. That's all we're saying. So nobody has to get upset about that. But at the same time, we're not going to ask outlandish requests from neither group unless our group does it. It is what it is. We're not demanding that men.
0.5% of the American population has narcissism. So that means 1 in 200 people have narcissism. Everybody has a very huge opportunity to meet a toxic person or to fall into a toxic relationship in America.
I don't necessarily see it that way, because, and I'm looking from the outside in, I think there's a mental health crisis, and as a global level, at a global level point, where a lot of people in first world countries the most don't seem to understand that the more you dissect the other gender, the more problems you're going to figure out, or the more problems you're going to find. And those are just going to be justifications for you to not make it work. We got to understand that, yes, we can denounce that men have issues. We can denounce that women have issues. But one thing is 100% true, and that is that both of us are messed up one way or the other. We're a bunch of flawed people that have a lot of issues, and you either deal with them or not. And you have to find a way to find someone in all that riffraff and make a deal with someone. If you're alone, and it's not because you want to be alone, and it's weird if you want to be alone. I'm just going to put that out there. It's my opinion, but that's just the way I think. If you're alone out there and it's been more than 5 years, you need to go to therapy. I'm putting it out there. I don't mean no disrespect to people, but that's just the way it is, because I'm telling you, either you live through some heavy trauma that you need to tend to, or you have problems getting along with people, and that's also you need to tend to. Like it is what it is. And that is the problem that we're seeing in this country. Everybody that people don't like gets called narcissists. Not everyone that we don't like should be called narcissists. That's just
No, there's just that many narcissists. It's easy to be a narcissist. It's not this deep thing. It's not this hard thing to be. It's very easy. It can be passed down. It can be taught. Just like it's very easy to be abusive or just to be a bad person. I mean, all those things are easily taught and passed down.
Basically,
Just yeah.
So you're basically saying that if you were born to a person that's
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. But let's be real. The statistics of that shit might rub off on you, yeah, but it doesn't mean that you will be. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. But at the same time, like what I kind of hear you saying is, are you saying that when a woman is abused, that she knew he was abuser and like she chose that on purpose? Because I think that may be true in some cases, but a lot of cases no.
Majority of cases
that would be insane.
No, majority of cases it is, because we know for a fact, that's a scientific fact, that women that are broken attract broken men. We know that for a fact. A woman that has no direction, doesn't fix her issues before finding a man and intentionally go looking for the men that are not broken, women tend to end up in bad relationships.
But you just said that someone that wants to be alone, you think there's something wrong with that. Maybe they want to be alone because they want to fix themselves.
It is true. Same happens with the men. There's a reason
Maybe they want to be alone because they don't want to attract another broken person.
No.
So what can you do?
You go.
It's like what?
Put yourself together. Exactly. Why you don't want to go put yourself together when the nature?
Yeah, but you would have to be alone to do that, to work on yourself. Like most people aren't with someone while they're working on themselves.
I said.
Or like trying to accomplish anything. To be honest.
I just said, if you have been alone for more than 5 years and nothing is happening in your life, you need to go sit your ass down on a therapist's chair.
Go see a therapist. What if they're already seeing a therapist? Then what? No, I'm just kidding. Listen, I get what you're saying, but I definitely disagree with the whole. You're attracting what you are, because to be real, if that was accurate, broken women would be attracting broken men, like you said. No, but there are women. If you're broken, hold on. If you're broken, then wouldn't she be fucking abusive too? Why isn't it abusive women attracting abusive men? Okay. That doesn't equate the same. Like a broken woman, she gets a fucking abusive man that punches her in the face. That's not equal. So it would be an abusive woman, right? Attracting an abusive man.
Okay. You're listening to respond, not to understand. When I met,
I waited for her to finish.
But hold on. Let me break it down for you even further, so you can comprehend what I'm trying to say. When I say a broken woman will attract an aggressive man, you have to understand that a broken woman is not a
Wouldn't
feminine.
she be aggressive?
No, hold on. It's not a feminine woman. That doesn't mean she's aggressive.
What?
Okay. Doesn't mean she's aggressive. A codependent woman is not necessarily aggressive. Now, a man that's abusive is 100% in his feminine. You cannot tell me that he is not, because men are supposed to use their strength to protect you. That's what masculine men do. That
doesn't mean that they're in their feminine. That just means they're fucking abusive and something is wrong with them.
Okay, you're talking to a person that used to be the daughter of a shrink and a person that went to therapy herself. I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Then you would know not all abuse is the same.
I'm not talking exactly what you're talking about, but when you were talking about
and narcissists would be fucking attracting other narcissists by your I'm using your logic.
That's not what I said.
That's what I've been trying to say.
If you let me explain myself, instead of just trying to respond to me, and you will understand and comprehend what I'm saying.
You're just saying that because you don't like my response. I listened to you and I waited for you to get done speaking so I could give my perspective. That's not the same thing.
If that's what you want to assume, I will let you assume that. If you decide that I explain
not
to
an
you,
assumption.
you let me know if you want my actual further explanation or if you just want to stay in your assumption. It's very simple.
But you cut me off to re-explain
No,
what I
go
already
ahead.
heard the first
Oh
time.
no, you're doing a lot of the cutting off. Let her finish.
Express your confusion then, and then I can clarify.
But I asked you a question, and instead of answering the question, you cut me off to re-explain what you already told me.
Pretend like
Just
Denise
like
hasn't been talking.
I did ask. Did I not ask the question? I said so. By your logic,
Didn't you
why
say
wouldn't so? Because you were saying that like a broken woman attracts a broken man. So going off of that logic, why wouldn't an abusive woman attract an abusive man, or a narcissistic woman attract a narcissistic man? Because in most cases, they're with people that are not abusive themselves, right? And not narcissistic like how they are, because that's not what narcissistic or abusive people are attracted to.
Yeah,
They're not attracted to people like them. That doesn't make any sense by your logic. So that's the question I was asking, because that truly does not logistically make sense.
Okay. If you go
Because if a man got with another abusive woman, they would fucking kill each other. If a narcissistic man got with another narcissistic woman, they wouldn't last because they can't feed off of each other.
you let me know when you're done.
They're the same kind of monster. That doesn't make any sense. That completely negates victim and offender. You get what I'm saying?
No, I get
There
what
you
you're
go.
saying. Think again. If you rewind 20 seconds to hear the first sentence that you said, you will understand why you don't comprehend what I'm saying. I said a broken woman will attract a broken man. Now, you can be broken a different way. No, hold on,
excuse
hold
me.
on. You can be broken in a different way, but that does not negate the fact that you're broken. But since you need further dissemination of this, let's do it. An abusive woman, an abusive male will most certainly attract, or a woman that will attract an abuser is a codependent woman. And that woman is broken because of her upbringing. That's not a Denise thing. Those are just scientific,
And
psychological
another
facts.
thing that's a fact that abusers take away, they actually go for independent women, and they have to take away their family, friends, job, etc., for them to be codependent. That's also a fact. And like I said in the beginning, not all abuse is the same.
Stop. Please let me finish. Stop. Now,
Mm.
when we talk about narcissistic people, we know that the people that 100% will fall into the trap of a narcissist is the kid that was the scapegoat of a narcissistic parent. We know that parents that are narcissistic have a golden child and a scapegoat. That is the scientific facts that establish a narcissistic parent abusing their kids. So the scapegoat of that parent that's a broken person will be the spouse of a narcissistic male or woman. So doesn't matter how you slice it, those people both are broken, and the scapegoat needs to go to EMDR or any
You
other
say phrase it
hold on,
or fries it?
slice it. It doesn't
Slice
matter
it. Oh, I thought you said fries it.
it
My
doesn't
bad.
matter how you slice it, they're both very broken. One was extremely abused in a very devastating way and needs therapy, and the other one is never going to get over it. Narcissists will never
They both
admit.
need therapy at that point. If you're abused, you
That's
still need.
exactly what I just said. That's the living proof. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the living proof that she did not listen to comprehend. Now I rest my case.
I was adding to your statement.
Seriously.
I was adding to it.
Excuse me, if I
You
can
said
just
one
chime in.
needs therapy. They both need therapy.
Yeah, Jose. Yeah, there might be
Okay.
a delay.
Now, I happen to know someone. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. It's just I having technical difficulties, so just please bear with me. Okay, I happen to know someone that made poor choices in her relationships throughout for multiple years. And one of the mistakes that she made is instead of jumping on to another relationship, take the time off to be by yourself so you can heal. So because what happens is when you enter into another relationship without having the emotional damage taken care of, what you're doing is you're bringing in the emotional luggage from the past relationship to the other relationship. And this is something that I've been saying to this person for about 25 years. Okay. And and sometimes it kind of breaks my heart to see this person, go from one bad relationship to another bad relationship. But the way I see it, it's because the person never fully healed. And what that person did was bring in the emotional trauma. And the fact is, when a relationship ends for whatever reason, you need time to be by yourself. You need time to recover. You need time to do an assessment and see where did they go wrong. So therefore, after you make your assessment, you're in a healthier state of mind. The problem is you have people in both sexes. What they do is instead of taking the time they need to get their emotional boo-boos, taken care of, they hop into another relationship that fails. They hop into another relationship and fails. Why? Because they never dealt with whatever emotional scars. Okay. Again, this is how I see it, but and like I said, and sometimes it almost breaks my heart. And all I can do is just sit back and hopping from one relationship to another relationship to another relationship.
Yeah, I think we can all agree that in society, men and women are damaged. Everyone's damaged.
I agree, but I don't think anybody deserves. I don't know. I just don't think that anybody deserves bad things to happen to them in relationships, whether it's the man or the woman. Because men get really hurt, women get really hurt. Yeah, I don't think anybody deserves it or was asking for it. But yeah, I definitely get the whole thing of you can attract a certain type of person. That's definitely real. But I'm not going to pretend like there aren't predatory men and women that seek out certain men and women, which is a big number of the cases. And so that's why I say what I say, because that's completely negating the fact that there are tons of predators. That's insane.
Everybody's quiet.
I think that's because I don't know. I think because, like I said it in the beginning, I get on men all the time. I've been I don't believe in the red pill. I don't believe in half of the stuff men are talking about. I just get tired of women jumping in with their 2 cents as if they don't have things to fix. I always say men need to take control and be the leader. But you also gotta, sometimes when men are talking to other men, the few that do, you gotta shut up and let them do it. I don't need an amen or yeah, you go ahead. Let me get my 2 cents. No, just shut up and let us talk to. Now it might not be a lot, but let the few do it. You don't need to say everything. Like that's the problem. Everybody, men jaw jack, women jaw jack. Men don't know how to shut up. Women definitely, at this point, don't know how to shut up. And in order for both parties to learn from each other, you gotta listen. And if you don't want to
Why don't
listen,
y'all just be kicking them women out the boys club? I don't get it, because y'all would be booted.
I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway,
You're talking about
Because you're
women
talking about online,
yeah, speaking on the
right?
matter.
It
You
doesn't
guys have
seem
women
like
over there.
it don't sound like real life. So you're talking about online, right? Just boot them out or just ignore them. Like, girl, like whatever. We talking. The men are talking. Whatever. Like I've seen men do that, and they don't even give a shit about what the woman had to say or whatever. Because I agree with you that if you're talking to someone else, mind your business, and that's for anybody,
So you think
male or
that
female.
you think people? Let me ask you something. Do you think that people in real life are divorced from their online persona?
The what?
Their online persona? Do you think your online persona is not the same person you're in real life?
Yeah, but like I told him earlier, I don't even go to the men's spaces online. So in real life, I definitely wouldn't be. If two
that's
men,
not
if
what
like
you
say for
said.
instance, there's two men on the street having a conversation,
But
whatever they're
that's not
talking
what
about,
you
you think I'm
No,
about
no,
to
said.
go butt in?
I'm asking you if you personally, because you can only attest for yourself, right?
I just answered the question. Y'all not listening. Clearly, you just said that to
You
me for
are
the past 15 minutes. Y'all not listening. I just answered the question indirectly, just like how you did with mine. So, like I said, I don't
okay. I
even
see.
go to those spaces online. My online persona. I don't even go to those spaces to engage with what the men are talking about because that's a man's space. I'm not needed there. And just like in real life, I wouldn't go up to two men, whether I know them or I don't, and they're having a conversation about some man shit and butt in and give my 2 cents unless I'm invited to the conversation. And I do that with men or women because that's normal. Like I don't just walk up to people and butt myself into conversations.
Okay, so basically, yeah, you're the same person. So parting from that premise, right?
But
Because
not
I think
everyone is.
Not
you
everyone
express your
is.
point, right?
Not everyone is. Yeah.
The
So that doesn't
majority of
apply for all. It's not the
majority of people,
monolith.
okay, the majority of people in real life are basically the same person that they are online because online just removes the social filters and regulations, but that's just the essence of who you are.
Not when you're
That tends to be that tends no hold on. That tends no
exactly amplified.
content creation. I think we're smart enough to discern who's just scamming and who's actually for what they're saying. I think we know. We just deep down know who's who. Now, the average regular internet user, it's pretty much the same way that they are online in real life. And to be honest, I don't know why people want to continue divorce their online persona. That's just who they are. It's kind of like when we catch some people like, oh
You
my
ever
god,
seen the
like
show Catfish?
this person was
Y'all ever seen that show?
misogynistic and whatnot, and then the guy is like, oh, that's just what I was saying online, that's not represents how I feel. No, sir, that's who you are. Stop trying to divorce your online persona. If you said some misogynistic things online, you are misogynist, and that's just how it is. It's just that the internet shows who you really are, and you cannot do that at your job. You cannot do that, in real life, because probably you're not in the space, or you don't have enough money to actually do that and be without your job. But that's just who you are. If you're
No,
racist,
I've seen people come to YouTube and play whole characters, and then
They
Griff
do.
just turn into a whole different, completely character.
but
Yeah,
that's not the norm.
People
That's
be
what I'm
fake
trying to
fake.
say. That's
at
not
the end
the
of the
norm.
day, hold on, can I talk for 1 second?
Yeah, but you
At the
cut
end
me
of the
off.
day, this
I didn't. I
is.
didn't. I didn't finish
I
talking.
haven't been
So
able to
One,
talk
one at a
for
time,
1
please,
minute.
ladies.
okay,
One at a
hold on.
time.
One at a
Talk the
time.
whole time.
One at a time,
I'm not
please.
here. The whole point is that people do come on here and play characters. This is entertainment. Some people are real. Some
For a
people
lot
are
of
not.
people, yeah. I agree.
Can't
Okay,
even get a word in edgewise.
So back to my point that I was trying to make. Yeah, the average person in the internet is just who they are. That's just literally who they are. We've seen it time after time. People thought, oh, Kanye West is just playing a persona, and it turned out that MFR was actually insane. He's losing his mind. We've seen it in real life, and we first saw it on the internet. So again, the internet, I think, is just becoming a spoiler alert on who people really are. That's just my thought.
Jose, I told you that a few.
First.
But I've been saying that for a while, and like people been kind of thinking I'm joking. The more and more technology is incorporated with us, the more and more it becomes real life. So trying to, distance yourself from it, Mel Knight and who I am in real life are the same person. I think the same way, I feel the same way. I'm not going to divorce it just because my internet name is a different name. Now, correct, some people play a character, but as time goes on, more and more people are merging with their internet lives. So if you're an asshole on YouTube, then you're an asshole in real life. You're just restricted in real life. It's the same thing that I say about like when people start drama on here. When people start drama, then they're drama in their real life. It's like, this is an internet. Oh, this is just internet. Nope, everybody's just playing around. Like, really? If this is not fun. People are starting to dox each other. Your information is out there. It's blending with real life. So when people start fucking around saying like, oh, it's two different things. It's the same thing. I've been saying that for like 3 years. AI is coming. Internet is merging. You just saw Apple created a fucking headset. How long are we gonna keep playing games till it becomes real? Then somebody gonna pop you up in the head because of what you said on the internet. It's already kind of happening. So we just need to understand that that's where the future is going. We keep trying to divorce that because we want to make up for what we do on here. But it's the same thing. We just cover it better in real life because we don't want people to think we're assholes.
But my whole point is that I said that some people are characters, some people are not. And we went around this whole circle to come back where everybody can agree that. It just makes no sense. This is just rambling at this point. This is just arguing just to argue.
No, I think
I agree with the fact that not everyone is a monolith. Obviously, everyone on here is not real. There are people on here living whole ass double lives. They don't act like that in real life at all. Some people genuinely are playing, and some people are themselves. If you disagree, that's fine. But to me,
so are you really
that's
biracial?
stupid. Not everybody's on the same thing. I mean, that's not a persona, babe. That's a genetic.
I'm just asking.
Can't take it off if I want to. Are you black? Can you take that off?
I'm just asking. It's not a petty question.
Are you black? Can you take that off?
It's not a petty question. No.
I mean, if my question is genuine as yours, babe.
Well, all right.
Excuse me. Irby hadn't had much of a chance to speak, so could we let Irby say a few words?
Go on, Irby.
Irby, are you there?
Hello?
Yeah, was there something that you wanted to add? I mean, you needed the floor?
No, I'm okay. I agree with some of the things y'all say, and I disagree with some of the things that I majority disagree with the ladies had to say tonight.
All right.
Okay. No problem. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to be doing more of these late streams on Friday night because it seems like it's kind of like online party, so to speak.
Yeah.
That is more.
It was just a good topic, you know.
Yeah.
Some hot topics. Everybody's got a hot take.
Well, I did have a question for Denise GGMOT. So you agree in society is the job of, you don't believe in individualism? Like it's based on only the individual or men in general to
The
correct
job
other
of
men?
what?
Huh? What you say? Repeat.
I'm sorry, the job of what? Like what
You
type
think
job?
is the job for men to correct other men, or is it based on the individual?
I think it's based on the individual. I don't even think men should correct all men unless you
Oh,
know that. I don't know. Like that's just weird to me. Like unless you know that person who likes being corrected by a random stranger that they have absolutely no connection to, unless that's something that they're seeking out, maybe a teacher, whatever. You know, they have fathers, they have family members that can correct them. I think
yeah.
it's within your family and your friends and the people that you know that you have a responsibility to correct. Like when Denise came up here and she was saying that, oh, us women, we don't correct each other or tell each other the truth. I wanted to say that I disagree with that, Denise. I'm actually very truthful with my friends, and my family, the women in my family. If they say, "Oh, have I gained weight?" Yes, I will tell them, and then they
Okay.
can work on that. Not
Yeah.
all women are the same. We are not a monolith, and that goes for anybody. That
Yeah.
goes for men as well. They're not a monolith. Men different. I've met different types of men, and they don't all move the same, and they don't all think the same. They're all
Exactly.
individuals, and so are us women. So
Exactly.
yes, it's always an individual thing.
What about you, Gigi and Denise? Is she still there?
Yeah, everybody just needs to work on themselves. I think that everybody online pointing fingers at each other isn't helping anything. It's not changing anything. And but I do think that like yeah, we are in a patriarchal society. So if the men did actually make changes, then that would follow through and show in society through the families, through the children, and women would fall in line. I think,
Yeah,
if you want a woman to submit to you, be a good man.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know if Denise is still there. I don't hear anything.
I'm
Denise, you're
here. I'm just
next.
waiting for
Okay.
people to talk because I don't want to infringe on others, right?
Oh,
But yeah, I agree with the fact that to piggyback from what Gigi just said, I believe that we should, within our circle, do our part to tell people the truth, no matter how hard. As a matter of fact, my best friend forever is a woman that's married that never gives me bullshit advice, no matter how harsh it is. And I do the same for her. And that's why our friendship has lasted so long. So, yeah, I believe, Gigi, in answer to what you just pointed out, I am an outlier. You're an outlier. There's exceptions to every rule. And like I said, we need to just simmer down a little bit when it comes to this because we need to admit the truth. I can pick out randomly right now, randomly, 100 posts on Instagram alone from women that are friends of women that are fugly, and you will see that their own friends and families will tell her that she's beautiful, that she's
Not
queen.
fugly.
Real, let's keep it real. We are liars.
Oh,
We're not the norm. That's why I can guarantee you that your honesty, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but your honesty, is not some woman's cup of tea because they rather be lied to. We know this because we've been around these girls that are like on the sensitive side, want to be lied to. We've lost
no.
friends like that. I've lost friends like
I
that.
agree with that. And on
I'm
YouTube,
not
especially.
normal,
Yes.
Yeah,
but
yeah. No,
I've
I do agree with the thing that women do want to be lied to, but I just don't agree with like us all women like accommodate to that because
Yeah.
I can't be friends with someone
but
who's
we can.
overly sensitive.
But this is the thing. We have to admit that just because someone is talking on the average of us, that does not necessarily include us. And I know that's something that should be implied out there as like a rule of thumb, but I don't understand why we're actually getting like a little more triggered by this. Not everything that applies to the average woman will apply to us. Like I said, in this instance, look at us out here telling each other the truth, even when we disagree. We might be outliers, but we
But
know.
I wanted to say that I wasn't triggered by the topic. I was just triggered because I couldn't get my thought out. But it wasn't about the topic at all.
I
I
wasn't
disagree
even
with you guys
able
and
to.
still get
I
along
wasn't
with you
even
guys, you know?
able to put my point out, and usually I don't have that issue, and I've been over
I'm
150
sorry, I played
streams.
too much.
So to be honest, we're outliers. However, we have to understand that the average woman out there is not like us.
Oh,
And that's
true.
just a sad fact. It's the same with the guys that say, no, I call out my friends. Okay, that might be you, sir. But the average
Mhm.
guy out there is pandering to the low vibrational male that's irresponsible and lazy. Come
Mhm.
on. Like, let's just keep it real.
Exactly. We're both doing. We both kind of have like the same plight as men and women. And like you
Yeah.
said, we're both pandering, but to different things. Not us, but like the women as a majority. Yeah, I've seen it where they tell their friend, "Oh yeah, you know, they hype her up, even though like there's nothing to hype up because she
Yeah.
doesn't look
I've
good."
seen
So
girls.
yeah, I
Look,
know.
Listen,
Yeah,
they come
yeah.
on YouTube and they tell the attractive people they're ugly, and they tell the ugly people they're beautiful.
yes. I've
Literally.
seen girls
That's
that
why I say that it's all like a game. Like people really are on here not being authentic and they are lying.
I
Because in
think
real life, they're telling attractive people that they are attractive.
let me ask you something. Do you guys think that when we see girls telling their ugly friends, like, oh, girl, you look beautiful in that dress that makes you look like a refrigerator? Like, do you honestly think they're
Right.
doing that out of not making her feel bad, or you think they're doing that just to kneecap that girl? Because I've seen both. I've seen both. I've seen the girls that are just
Yeah.
mean, and I've seen the ones that are just. Go ahead, Jose.
Okay, actually, this is something that happened like three, and there was this lady that looked like she was really short, mini skirt with boots, okay, for a formal banquet. So then she asked me the question,
You're breaking out a
how
little
does she
bit,
look
Jose.
like? And it's
Oh.
like, well, first of all, to be okay, I was trying to be diplomatic, but I'm not going to lie either. So I said, well, you know, you could dress any way that you wish, but if that was me, I would not have chosen that particular attire for a formal banquet.
Yeah, I think
Or
look,
at all.
that's another caveat to that, because I've heard a lot of guys that basically are trying to also police how we tell other girls, hey, that's not flattering on you. They're like, no, tell her that she's fat. Tell her that she's a 3. No,
Right.
sir. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna tell them in a very decent way without your proxy anger that that's not flattering on her,
Mhm.
that she can do better. That's another thing. It's not just telling people certain things. It's just now it's coming to the point where telling the truth has taken many shapes in today's society, and now like if you're not able to insult flat out insult women or men, it comes off to the other group like, oh, you're not telling them the truth. No, that's not necessarily true. I just think like maybe people have to deal with their own personal anger. So it's always gonna, every problem that we see in society is always gonna come back to ourselves. It's always gonna come back. Like
Mhm.
if you put all your energy into being the best person you can be, like if you wake up every day and you genuinely put yourself out there to seek truth, and no matter how much it hurts, and become better and see it as things that you're doing to benefit yourself, and be comfortable in that, trust me, you're gonna do good. You're gonna go through some hardships. Life is like that, but you're going to do good overall.
Well, all black everything, since you're trolling from the comment section, why don't you just hit the link and give your opinion?
Well, he said, no offense, but these women are children, not grown people. I don't even agree with most of the men, but this is where, this is what we're talking, what we're talking about. It's just people just coming to the internet with their own contempt and their own untamed anger, trying to project that on others. Like, we're not taking, at least I'm not taking offense of the fact that you're saying that we're children when we're just having a conversation and we're going to disagree. If that makes you uncomfortable, then maybe you should not watch the show. But I don't understand. Maybe clarify what you think our disagreements are weird, because what I'm listening to is just grown people having a conversation. I'm lost.
No,
it's so funny because he's basically like, I don't care for anyone's opinion, but these women are children. I can't. It does not trigger me, sir. I've been called worse on the YouTube.
Well, with all due respect, I do not consider the women here on this panel to be children. I consider the women to be highly intelligent. They're articulate.
Oh, Jose. Oh. I'm sorry. Did I interrupt you?
Jose, is your service out?
Jose, maybe you're muted. Are you muted or something?
It was the worst time to go out, Jose. You're giving us compliments of the highest degree. Yeah, I was like, oh, Jose. Well, that's nice. We think the same.
Where's Jose? I think we need to start like collecting like either a GoFundMe or like a Cash App fund for Jose's to get like the good internet.
Yeah, the next
like
not a GoFundMe, right? The Cash App. Jose, you got a Cash App?
Yeah, Jose, we're gonna pay for your internet because I'm seriously like that Parkchester Cricket Wireless is not good.
Not Cricket.
Cricket.
It's probably Metro.
Hell, it's probably AT&T. They suck too.
You think?
They're
So I
all
have
terrible.
Well, I use AT&T, and I can't
AT&T
complain.
is good. Maybe in the West. Are you in the West
They're
Coast?
just, I don't know. No, I'm in Texas, so
Oh,
I don't know.
then
Maybe
that-
it's maybe it's that. It could be that.
Yeah, because here Spectrum sucks. Spectrum is trash.
Oh yeah, I feel like that's
In the
everywhere though, for sure. It's like Cricket. I feel like Cricket's better than Spectrum.
Yes, you know what? At this point, a hanger is better than freaking Spectrum. Like you
A
would hang
hanger and prayers and hopes and dreams.
a
Right.
balloon at this point is better than Spectrum. Spectrum is trash.
Ooh,
What are you?
well,
This is the quietest you've been, Ramon.
No, I'm letting you guys.
are the
Yeah,
men done? Are the men done with us? What do y'all got to say? I haven't heard anything.
Ramon, reignite it so we can comment. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, come back at us.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk some shit so I can get you guys mad at me.
Rile
you
us
know,
up.
like-
Rile us up. We're ready. We're ready. Out
well,
here.
I mean,
Waiting
one
for
of the
you.
comments that you were pushing back against, and unfortunately, that's not entirely incorrect. The whole thing about certain women that when they don't get it their way, they start throwing temper tantrums, and that's something that children do. And women, no matter how grown they are, if they're throwing a tantrum, they're earning the right to be treated like children.
Ladies,
So,
you want to go
there.
to the daycare so
There,
we can
get
go
mad
and
at me.
have some.
That is the meanest thing I've heard you say.
Ramon,
Why would
that
you
was
do
a
that?
low blow. We're not children out here.
Not us
Excuse
who
me.
deserve to be treated like children.
Even though sometimes you throw.
Jose is back.
You think I throw temper tantrums?
Well, there
Okay,
are certain women when they don't get their way, yeah. They start
What
throwing a
does,
big
okay,
fit.
what does a woman
That's
temper
certain.
tantrum look like?
Getting loud, cursing people out.
When they start getting loud, they start getting
Exactly.
crossing, they start.
What child do you guys know that curses their parents out and gets loud?
Oh, it's getting to that. You saw that video of like Blueface where his own son kind of smacked him in the forehead.
Okay, well, Blueface was
getting-
never around. He deserved a
there.
smack or two.
Oh,
He's
Denise.
getting
He
there.
deserved it.
Denise, this person feels, I guess, disrespected now because they weren't talking about you. They were talking about us.
Oh,
Oh,
And no, I
well,
have
that
seen it.
wasn't
I have
it.
seen
Yeah,
it.
but
Even-
then, but that's the thing. Like you said, these women. Like I'm not a
Yeah.
man.
Excuse me.
certain
If I
women,
can
I'm
just
being
try-
fair, certain women, not all.
Okay, excuse me. Can I just chime in, please? Half the night I've been trying to. It's just that my computer's been acting up.
You're gonna pull a Gigi now and start
But,
yelling about it.
No,
Jose struggles.
No, I'm not.
no.
No, I am
Let
not-
Jose chime
I am
in.
not gonna- I am not going to go there. Okay. Now, okay. I'm going to upset everybody by saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's my platform. I think it's safe to say that at times both men and women act childish. I mean, I have seen it quite a bit, especially in my job when I see people who all of them have bachelor's degrees. Okay. All of them have been working as municipal employees for many moons. Okay. Some of them are union reps. But you would swear that it was back in first grade. And I remember there was this one union rep that got so crazy with nasty emails, I had to threaten her to report her to EEO to file a complaint.
Wow.
So you file a complaint against that person?
No, because she finally got the message.
Look, I think, Ramon, in response to what you say, it is true. We throw tantrums sometimes. I mean, that's just a human being thing. Because look at guys do it as well. Like, let's just keep it real. And I hate that we have to always bring but the man. But come on,
yes,
guys,
you always have to.
guys throw tantrums too. Come on now. That's
Well,
just
no,
how it
That's
is.
why I say whatever can be thrown in one direction can be thrown in
Okay.
the opposite
Of
direction.
course.
No, how do men throw tantrums?
Oh
The
my
same way.
God. In
The
a
same way
lot of
women
ways.
do.
Men yell, men start twisting their neck, rolling their eyes, getting
Okay, those are the
passive
feminine
aggressive.
ones. Those
Passive
are
Yeah,
the
yeah,
feminine.
exactly.
No,
Exactly.
passive aggressive and quiet.
Who do they pick that from?
Mm.
You know what? I want to ask you something because this is something that, and
Because
I want to
that's
ask.
not, you're
I'm
describing the
asking in good
feminine
faith.
one.
I'm asking in good faith,
Uh-huh.
right? I'm gonna ask this in good faith. But if women are so powerful to the point that we can push 63% of the men to be sexless, to the point that we can make men's life hell, to the point that we can change the course of history, why you guys just don't bow down and let us run shit?
Because you run shit with your emotions.
I-
And that cannot
Exactly.
I mean, you're gonna be doing the. I mean, come on, you're not gonna tell me. You're not gonna tell me that if women are gonna be running the world, that people are not gonna be conflicting. They're not gonna be fighting each other. They're not gonna be killing each other because that's a bunch of garbage. I mean, I'll give you an example. Back in the times of Elizabeth the First, she was fighting with Queen Mary of Scots. Those two were cousins, and they were still trying to kill each other. You're not
Yeah,
gonna tell me.
but in
You're
those
not gonna tell me
times,
that women don't try to kill each other. The women are
but in
extremely
those,
cutthroat.
hold on, because if we go by Elizabeth I, we also have to give her the props that during her reign in the UK, that was called the golden age, because the UK has never been as rich. And
Okay.
I mean, during those
Well,
times,
that was because of the
during
empire colonization and her having good
but it
advisors.
does, but
Good
that
for
never
her.
happened. But that didn't happen with Henry VIII, her father. So that happened under her, and after her, it has never happened again. So that woman was extremely clever. She married England for a reason, because men were trash. At least the men that were available to her were were trash. And she decided to just marry the country. Let's just keep it 100, right? So I don't see the prime minister of Scandinavian countries, which is a woman, trying to go to war. I see Joe Biden go and try to go to war. I see Vladimir Putin, Zelensky, and Xi Chang, or whatever his name is. Those are men. Last time I checked, they have an eggplant, and they're trying to go to war. Women are minding their own business, eating cupcakes, having a nice donut, getting a manicure.
Trust me, if a woman was president, she'll go to war too. She'll go to war too.
We would just surrender,
Yeah,
because
you're gonna
apparently
be eating. Right, you're gonna be
surrender. You guys have done the worst to the world. Look at all the people that y'all have killed. You cannot blame us for that.
Yeah,
We have not done that. We have not done that. We're excellent. We're excellent at hello. Let's not forget Ana Gaona. The Taino queen. She was amazing, and she never surrendered. She was an amazing queen. Everybody loved her. I do not know yet a queen that doesn't have her stuff together. It is true. Y'all are aggressive as hell. You're sending us to World War III right now and using the N word. And I'm not talking about like to the black people. I'm talking about nuclear. So come on, those are men. Those are men. There's no woman in the world that's like, yeah, let's just press the red button because I'm on my period.
No, even the very independents are trying to stay out of the war, but they do want the men to fight.
Excuse me.
They do want the men to protect them.
Excuse me. Hello. Can I just get in, please? So, what is your solution? Basically, unlive all the men and let women do everything here.
I mean, I think we should be in positions that are more in positions of power or leadership, because apparently we can broker better deals than men can. I mean, history proves it.
I don't believe that.
Well, I mean, you can fight me, but history is, you have to take it with history, not with me.
Okay, but you know what? In truth, there have been some great women leaders, political leaders. I am not going to front. I mean that there's no detection. There have been some great political who were women. Okay, there were some women that didn't do such a good job. But yes, there are some women that in history have done a great job ruling their nations. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think if we allow women to be more in positions of leadership, we can do significant changes and point out things that need to be solved. Because if you evaluate how we are, we multitask a lot. Men cannot do that. Men simply cannot do
Denise,
that.
We address things one at a time.
Yeah,
but the thing is that you get okay. You go on, Jose.
Denise, in your case, why don't you run for president of the United States?
No, I don't think I should. Obviously, that's not my passion. But I think that whoever, like, if there's a woman that feels very passionate about politics, I can give her my vote. I mean, what can we? Hello, anything. My mop right now is better than Joe Biden. Come on. Now.
And to be honest, Jose,
Okay, did you give your vote to Hillary Clinton, though?
on your
No, I
platform,
did
but
not because I did not thought that she
I
was
don't
a
get
good
the
woman.
gender
to rule.
war.
Exactly.
She was not a qualified woman. I'm talking about a qualified woman that, you know, has a good head on her shoulders. You know, it's like saying, oh, would you vote for Joe Biden or Gavin Newsom? Absolutely not. Like, come on.
Somebody who's gonna be level-headed, good head on her shoulders, can't be going on talking about the whole strong and independent bullshit.
But
I mean, she's gonna have to work with men. She's gonna have to work with men, with advisors.
But
She's not
she has to be strong and independent in order to run the country. You cannot have a leader of the first world and the number one country or the number one potency of the world and be like, I'm submissive and cooperative and soft.
I didn't say anything about being submissive. I was saying
You know, like she
I
has
was
to be
saying
strong.
that she's gonna have to be somebody who can work with other people.
Yeah,
So
she
will
has
have be
to.
cooperative. She will have to be cooperative. I didn't say anything about submissive.
But are we asking cooperation from Joe Biden and Donald Trump?
You don't have to.
Well, even somebody like Joe Biden and Donald Trump, when they were sitting in office, they had to consult with people, talk to other people, get with advisors, chief of staffs, etc. That's the way it's always been.
But that's are we asking them to be cooperative? That was my question.
Well, the president is it cannot be a dictator. The Constitution itself prohibits that.
Yeah.
Isn't dictatorship what we're seeing right now when the president can persecute his political opponents and put them and arrest them? Isn't that dictatorship?
Is Joe Biden directly doing that?
Well, I mean, that's the way it seems, though.
Denise, you believe in that conspiracy theory?
No, that's not a conspiracy theory. I can prove it. That's just the way I mean, I don't know if you guys are looking to what's happening to the country, but like if you are going to arrest your political opponents based on bullshit charges, like, oh, you fucked a stripper, so I'm just gonna charge you for that. Like that's retarded.
That's not what he's being indicted now. He's being indicted by a whole bunch of other shit.
Now he's being
documents that he was keeping to himself. It's other things.
Okay, let me ask you something. Didn't we just find out that Joe Biden had classified documents in his home like a few months ago?
He's being investigated.
No, but that's where are his charges?
The same way that charges were not being levied at Trump sitting in office. If something is going to have to happen after Biden leaves office, then we'll see.
But that's dictator. But Ramon, that's the definition of dictatorship.
No, it's not the definition of dictatorship. A dictatorship will be that there is kind of like a direct line of power, and the power is absolute from a dictator, and they can go on and use their power to have somebody directly incarcerated without a trial, or having somebody even executed, or make them disappear without trial, without due process. That would be a dictatorship.
So let me ask you something. What are Julian Assange and Snowden?
That's an international thing. I mean,
no. But what are those? Let's talk about those. Let's
talk about bunch of people that we don't know about that are silencing him.
What?
That's not just the president.
Okay, I think the problem when we talk to people, at least that's what I've found, right? When we talk to people about how we don't have a democracy and how we live under a dictatorship in America, I think people often misconstrue that because they think we're talking about a political party. We're not talking about a political party specifically. We're talking about an establishment of corporations that bribe our politicians from both sides,
both
Republicans and Democrats. both Republicans and Democrats are in bed with corporations, just like, they're different corporations, so they have different agendas, but they're one of the same. That's the same establishment. That's why I keep saying we don't have a democracy. The corporate American sector is our dictator. And of course, they're persecuting a guy that's not for the establishment because they can't have him in their pockets. I'm not talking specifically just about Joe Biden. Anyone in the establishment would do that. Mike Pence, Ron DeSantis, you name it. Everybody.
Excuse me, if I can just chime in. Well, let's change the subject slightly, okay? Let's talk about Cornel West, who announced that he's a candidate on the Popular Party. If I'm correct, unless I'm mistaken, what are your thoughts regarding Cornel West?
I know that he's an intellectual, but I will have to know what his platform is, and if I hear anything that sounds just like what the Democratic candidate will be saying, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I will be voting for him. I will have to know what his platform is. I will need to hear actually some statement, something coming from him. I mean, I can't have an opinion if I don't know his platform.
Okay, fair enough. Denise?
Well, in my opinion, if Donald Trump loses the primary and we have Ron DeSantis, I'll give him my vote. Not because I believe he's like this magic being, but because I'd rather take someone that doesn't necessarily have deep friends in like these nasty corporations than the people that we have today. Like I think we just have to roll the dice with something else. So if we get like an establishment guy on the GOP, which will be DeSantis, then I will give Cornel West my vote.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what's going on
Okay.
right now. The Republican Party is divided, which is something that I didn't think I will ever see. They're fighting each other. Yeah.
Same. I'm surprised we're seeing this is a little unprecedented. At least for me, like I've never seen the Republican Party like this.
Yeah, I remember during the Obama years. I mean, the GOP, they were all in, opposing everything, being difficult, They were very much united for all that during the Obama administration. Yeah, Jose, I'll be quiet.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you. Good night, Irby. Thank you very much for stopping by. I still can't believe it. It's almost 2:30 in the morning, and we still got 11 people viewing the stream.
Because it's messy. It's messy. We need to fight. I need to fight Ramon some more. Let me see what I can. Let me see what I can fight. Voy a usar cualquier ramita, Ramón. Cualquier ramita. Ramón, sonaste como que me miraste mal. Ahora voy a empezar. No,
Guys.
Yes.
You know what I found out today?
What?
I found out that almost 45% of my viewing audience is from 25 to 34.
You see, you're having an impact in the younglings. I'm outside of that block. I'm 35 now, so I'm old. I'm middle-aged.
All right, peace, Irby.
That must be what?
Oh, take care, Irby. I'm middle-aged, Jose.
You take it, Irby. So I guess
we're not middle age. That's from 350 on. Then you can say middle age. We're not there yet.
Those are old people. And then if you reach 70, those are your casket years. We have to admit the truth.
Your casket years.
Yeah, that's just how it is. Esos son tus años de funeraria. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
70? Come on, 70?
Denise, so are you going to banish me to the old? Denise, are you going to banish me to the old folks' home?
No, I hope you take time to like go to a nude beach, get a tattoo. I don't know, smoke some weed now that you're old. Do stuff like that because
Yeah, you
you
can
gotta enjoy
you can get
yourself.
it. You can get it medical. You can get a prescription for it, maybe.
Yeah. I cannot wait to be old.
Well,
I'm gonna insult people. I'm gonna go
Oh, you're gonna
nude.
be one of those old
Ooh,
people.
I'm gonna be a grouchy person one
Oh
day.
man.
I'm gonna, and like I said, I want to be here till 75. After that, Gray will be 40. I can go. I
You're
can
making it, you're gonna make it
um,
difficult for
Denise,
Justin to stay with you. You're gonna be difficult. You're gonna be
he'll
grouchy
do
like that.
this thing. Look, I think I
Denise,
told him I don't babysit like for long periods of times grandkids because I'm gonna be older. So I can't really waste my casket years uh, on my children's children. I'm not gonna be a young
um,
grandma. Go ahead, Jose.
Denise, I can see you at 95 years old still doing Latin splaining.
Nah, I don't think so. I think at that age I'll be like, nah. Latin explaining will be so bizarre because I'll do crazy stuff.
Mhm.
I'll be old. I have permission to do anything. My reputation doesn't mean anything anymore. I'm old. Like when
Denise,
you're old, that's the best time
okay,
of your life.
Denise.
Okay.
When I reach 80, what type of person do you think I'm gonna be when I reach 80?
I don't know. I hope you enjoy, the last bit of it and go estés suelto como gavete.
Ah, I remember that song.
But you know something? I have never been
Suéltate,
to a strip
Jose.
club in my life.
Suéltate.
Oh my goodness gracious. But you know what? This has been fun. You
Yeah.
know what? I
Suéltate.
think I'm gonna be doing more of these late streams on Friday night.
Oh, you're for the mess,
Tranquila,
man. You're gonna
hija.
be messy every time.
Yeah, this is mess, Jose. You're messy, Jose. You're bringing it, but I like it. I like when it gets sometimes kind of ratchet, but not too ratchet, like messy. Let's just say.
All right.
No,
And
once in a
Ramon,
while it's
me
okay.
debes, Ramon, me debes. Me
Okay.
debes.
Una pelea. Una
You
pelea.
owe me an argument. Yeah, we need to make like a good argument. That's like a fake argument, but we need to make like a good one.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. I'm all for it. We need to find a subject. We need to find a subject and kind of like build up a drama
Yeah.
around it. Yeah. I think I get the idea. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and I'm gonna react on my channel, and then you react on your channel. Like these people do that. We're like, what the hell? I'm gonna
Yes.
go to my channel and react to his stream, and then I'm gonna go and react to that
Yeah.
stream.
Well,
Like, come on, man.
it's just disagreeing for the sake of disagreeing.
Oh
For
my.
Yeah,
the sake of the bullshit that comes with it. Okay.
it's just something
Yeah.
else,
Yeah.
man.
We'll do something. Let's do something about that.
Yeah, we should. But I'm gonna bounce out, guys. It has been
Yeah.
fun. Jose, thank you for having me. I'm just gonna put Gray to sleep.
Hmm.
I think he's getting a little ahead of himself. So I'm gonna put him to sleep. Thank
Wow.
you for having me. I'm gonna bounce out, okay?
Yeah. Make sure
Thank
you
you.
get some
Are you
sleep
still doing
yourself
your?
before he
Yeah.
Are you
wakes
still
up
doing your
again.
stream?
Yeah.
Denise, are you still doing your stream today, or that's gonna be another time?
Yeah, I'm gonna still do the stream. Where it's about the disintegration of the red pill. So I'll let you
Oh,
guys know
yeah.
tomorrow exactly at what time. Because
Mm.
I know it's fight night tomorrow for us, and it's a big one. So I'm probably gonna do it on the earlier side. We'll see.
Okay.
Denise, do I have your permission? Denise, do I have your permission to share it on my platform for my support?
Absolutely. 100%.
Thank you.
No problem.
You know I
Bye-bye,
love you
guys.
very much.
Love you too. Bendición.
Bye.
See you guys.
Que Dios
Bye-bye.
te bendiga.
Bye. Hasta la próxima.
Bye. So now we're going to take closing remarks. So now we're going to hear from the person who wants to go to Times Square in chancletas and shorts on New Year's Eve, who wants to go to Orchard Beach in the summertime to sample the crystal blue water, who wants to go to Coney Island on New Year's Day and swim at the Polar Bear Club, who wants to be buried in snow, who wants to go to Parkchester where there's no rats, the introvert Boricua.
Oh, come on. Love it. How you introduce the, but nah. I'll show you. I'll show you that little video about Orchard Beach or New York, the beaches of New York, and I don't know if I can get it right now really quick because it will take me a while, but I think you saw what I put up on the group.
I know, but the problem is, I know, but the problem is I've been having such difficulties with. I mean, it will have to be another time.
Okay. In that case, I will do it on my channel eventually. I'll make a little joke about it, and I'll show it on my channel. But that's just, that little video in which they spliced footage of NYC with a beach in Puerto Rico. Like, yeah, right. And it was exactly what you were describing. But no, I wouldn't take that chance in that in that water over there, because what I have heard is not very pleasant. So I'm not gonna do it. But Don Jose, I appreciate you letting me be on your panel. This was fun. And basically, yeah, I do need to step out because I have been up since 5 a.m. and it's already over 1 a.m. So I do need to get to bed. But Don Jose, I appreciate you letting me be on your panel, and I'm looking forward to the next one. You have a good one.
Thank you. Good night. Take care. Now, I'm going to give you my final thoughts. First of all, I think this has been the longest that I actually did a stream, and I still can't believe there's 13 people watching this. My goodness gracious. But in any case, the original topic was the remarks that Fresh and Fit made against Abba and Preach. Of course, it went into a whole different type of topics and what have you. But you know what? It's okay because, at times you do gotta go with the flow. And actually, this is one of the most people that actually have in the panel. I think actually there was at one point there was like 8 people on the panel, which is a huge number for me. But in any case, I just want to give a huge shout out and thank you for everyone who appeared on the chat. I want to give a huge shout out to everyone who appeared on the panel. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who watch from the clouds and even my haters, because my haters are doing a very good job creating free press for me. Okay. So you know what? So be it. I mean, at this point, it is what it is. So that being said, I will be doing a stream this Tuesday. I think it's going to be 8:30 p.m. And I'm going to be talking about the life of Cornel West. As was stated, he is running as a candidate on the Popular Party for President of the United States. And he is well known in the progressive circles. And he's in favor of such things as universal health care and reproductive rights. So there's some things I could agree with him on, and other things I don't. But that's what makes our society great. That when we can have intellectual disagreements and be respectable with each other. The fact of the matter is, I'm finding it amazing that there's 13 people watching this stream, but I do have to wrap it up. I usually don't go this long, and it's getting close to the 4-hour mark, and I do have to get up and do some things and do my laundry and other household duties. So with that being said, I thank all of you, and I'm going to ask that for all those that's going to comment after the stream, try to be respectful, okay? And I didn't even mind a little trolling, as long as they don't go overboard. But people going to say, let's all be good to each other. And this has been a somewhat extended version of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. And I wish all of you a very pleasant weekend. And a huge shout out to all the Boricuas, because this Sunday is the Puerto Rican Day Parade. And I'm actually going to be sitting in the grandstands, okay? But in any case, let's go out and show our Boricua pride, people. With that being said, this is an extended version of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron, wishing all of you a good night. Take care and peace.
You're strong.